And then lastly, also too, highly recommend GenSpark, Dale. That's going to be the next thing, fundamentally. Those are the main power ones. It sounds good. I'll respond to it there. Sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet. Okay, so here we have two ads. And this one, how long has this one been running? I feel like we could just ramp up this one and just let me make sure it's a smart campaign too. Yeah, it's a smart campaign. That's the ad. V3 instant form, US. We're doing the same $1 form. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Okay, so this is good. I'll do this one at, I'm a gambling man, $60. And then that should go from there. We'll rock that. Okay, submit. Okay, saving. Nice. Also, Manus seems good too. You're already playing with GenSpark. Nice. Manus is good. Nice. The next thing is like once I understand your goals, definitely DM in there, and then I could see like where you want to. I mean, if some people will come in for automation, some people come in because they want to learn the best AI tools. Some people want to do automations. Um, so, because then from there we could get you into like NAN from there as well too. Get you into some really fun tools. Okay, so this is good to go. Oh, I got ads. Oh, I feel so good now. Thank gosh. Thank gosh. Okay, so then let's redo the website basically. Is like I think I need to like revamp the website, which will be really good. This is going to explode, and then here make sure this is okay to run, and they're all going through TikTok ads through that funnel, and that should work over there. And then let me check out just email marketing to make sure that my email marketing tool is also doing its thing, which there's Dale, I see it. Okay, cool. And then $1 leads, and then coming in went and opened. Perfect. Okay, cool. So I need to write a better email first. Um, Two, I just need to replace that first email because it's like I could do better. Actually, I'll do the website later because that's kind of boring for you guys fundamentally. So I want to, because I think we'll build a custom GPT right now. Uh, you guys want to build a custom GPT or watch me use GenSpark to rebuild a new website? We could build a custom GPT that is basically an ultimate board advisor of like experts and basically it's almost like getting advice from like uh, top business people. Or we can use GenSpark to redesign a new website and then rebuild it in lead pages, which will I really need to do that too. So choices, choices. Oh, yay! Hi, Megan.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing very well. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing the image generator.
Image generator.
Or,
Oh, yes, yes, yes. And I also added something into the community as well. Custom
ooh.
GPT, automation architect says.
Custom GPT. I guess we're gonna do that too. Let's do that.
What kind of custom GPT automation architect?
I think we're gonna do.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Or good evening.
Good evening. Good morning. It's been so long.
It's
Um,
always somebody here.
it's like, cause I don't know if people find this valuable. It's like, cause I'll show you the video actually that TikTok that, and then you could use this one too. Sarah shared this with me. We could create this. I don't know if it'll be valuable for the community. Business coach advisor would be great too. Yeah, because then you get it in the community as well too. So let me share this guy's video if this is valuable.
How I closed a 5-figure AI deal in 48 hours, thanks to an AI dream team in my ear. Ever stared at your inbox, terrified to put a price on your own expertise? Yeah, 2 days ago that was me. A huge client wanted 8 discovery calls starting Monday, and I'd quoted nothing. Today I've got a signed approval and a crystal clear plan potentially worth thousands. Let me show you how I pulled it off with a little help from, ironically, another AI. So, picture this. Fledgling consultancy, big opportunity, zero pricing conversation. I felt like an imposter on a rocket ship. I opened ChatGPT and said, okay, be my board of advisors, but make them Steve Jobs, Stephen Bartlett, Alex Hormozy, and Tony Robbins. I needed positioning, pricing, and a killer discovery framework yesterday. Jobs told me to anchor high and craft a story. Bartlett pushed the narrative of certainty. Hormozy dissected pricing psychology, and Robbins fixed my headspace. Together they designed a discovery pack. I typed out a super lean email. Table of value, invoice.
So it keeps our, it's AI related too. This page kind of sucks, honestly. But is that valuable? And do you guys want to create a dream team board of advisors?
Like that?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Can you send me the link?
I'm gonna send it in TikTok or Circle. There, sent in TikTok. All right, Automation Architects wants it, so cool. And then you guys get it in the community too.
Okay, so go into GPTs
Gotcha.
and look for any business
Oh, gotcha.
type in business coach or anything like that, or like what the keyword is that you want for your GPT, and look for the one that has like the highest amount of usage.
So that's one. Build online businesses. Oh, it's got some good reviews. Okay, there's one.
Okay, then you're gonna go into Circle. I'm gonna send everything in Circle DMs.
Sweet. Encrypted. Gotcha.
And then you're gonna copy and paste that prompt. So basically, anytime I create a custom GPT, I try into like research first. So that that prompt that I gave you, it takes the information from the GPT. So everything that has helped build that GPT, you can use that as well.
Gotcha. This is the how to hack a GPT, how to hack existing GPTs.
Yes. And then, hold on. Where is it now?
I wonder if they have. Let's see. Let's go here. Advisors.
And then I will send you something else. I should put my logo on it. I'll put my logo on it. Why not?
Hell yeah, brand that out.
So insert header. Ooh.
Yes, automation architect. We do have, if you go to the custom GPT course, at the very bottom, we have all the GPTs that we built.
Can I find that GPT prompt in Circle?
Oh, soon.
Oh, no.
Well, we're
no.
gonna build it right now.
Oh, I think, is he talking about
Not the hack.
The hack or the stealer or the grabber?
The stealer.
Or the actual?
I think is what we're building right now.
Okay.
Yeah, what we're building right now will go into the community in the custom GPTs. Yes, perfect. Because I don't have one, so it's like top influential. I'm actually use my Perplexity Pro subscription. Top business advisors.
Edit.
Hey, Erica. Hope you're having a great day.
Go into the Circle.
Gotcha.
So that's basically like a guide that you fill out. You know, okay, these are the knowledge files that I'm going to use, or the type of knowledge files. So in the knowledge files, I have theory training. I have a workflow. I have examples of the outputs that I want. If there's a special like template that I want to use or anything like that, that's also in there. And then also any books or resources as well. And then that is just an old instructions that I used to use, like the template. How I structured my instruction section.
Gotcha. Okay. And then you have instructions, role, job, example functions, step 1, step 2. Cool. We're going to have ChatGPT fill this out.
Yeah.
And then
for you, have you filled out your builder profile yet?
What's a builder profile? It's a short answer for now.
ChatGPT.
Okay, ChatGPT.
And then go to the top right hand corner where the icon is beside the share button. Yep. And then go to settings. And then under builder profile, fill all that information out. I can't remember if you did or not.
Oh yeah, this thing. I haven't, because I gotta verify the domain. I'm too lazy. I'll do it later.
Okay.
But gotcha, yeah, you're right.
And then what else? And then figure out what are the top tasks you want the GPT to do.
The top, you said again, paths, or what was it?
Like, what do you want it to do? So
Gotcha.
I would do 8, like, you can do 8 tasks
Mm-hmm.
for any 8 tasks.
Gotcha, okay.
And then sometimes what I do is I prioritize the tasks by, making sure that the tasks are repetitive and time consuming because I want to get rid of those tasks. Anything that would improve the client experience, anything that would help align with your business growth and goals, and anything costing you a lot of money or time. Is that you or me?
Rashna, is that you? Not me. Let me Okay, cool. Sorry, Rashna. You'll come back. Don't worry. Okay, cool. Then.
Ever heard of Link? I just got an AI embedded video. That's pretty cool.
LinkedIn Alpha.io just got embedded in video mail. Oh, never heard of them. ChatGPT expand. These are other books. Their specialty, their expertise. 3 famous quotes, mindsets, like personality profiles to put in a GPT that will be a board of advisors so it knows how to respond in their persona when the user asks a question. Your ad is live. I just got it while I'm scrolling. It's working. Yay. You guys are going to see me. See how easy, and I don't have to create content. Ah, so nice. So nice.
Oh, there's a cool thing. What is it called again? Crap.
Yeah, that is working. Oh, so, that's like, I feel so good. Those ads are running. Yay. Yay, 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 yay. Okay. Put this into a markdown file that include and create the persona of the custom GPT. The use of it is that it's a business coach advisor, so that when the user asks questions about their business or life, they get a perspective unique to the persona of the 12 advisors listed below. And then they respond with both criticism, period, constructive feedback, and tactical advice that they can use to gain a perspective on what the challenge is the user, and then probably also recommendations and best practices. Okay. Oh, this is going to be dope. This board of advisors GPT, like, this is going to be. Wait, I want this in a markdown file. And then we'll get their books too and put them in there as well. I wonder what the limit is too. Charlie Green, Ellen Weiss. Oh yeah, these are actually really great. Okay, cool. So I actually want all of this. Give me everything in a markdown file. Curious. Quick question. Can you export more text if I ask you to respond in a standard ChatGPT response, not in the Canvas? Or can you export more text if I ask you to generate a doc file? Kind of curious, actually. This will be very interesting. No restrict limit support limit progression limit ideally for multi-steps coding in Canvas on a docs file. You can generate an opera ideal for long form copy. So save and share, but which will output more text? Kind of curious here. Let's see. Docs file can handle clean format Canvas, supports lambda, and standard response is 3,000 to 4,000 for reply. So let's have it generate a docs file then. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, here. generate a docs file that has all this information above, and then also respond in the conversation here with a markdown file for this custom GPT. I don't want it in the canvas. Okay. Building the custom GPT. Thanks to expertise, Megan. Okay, wait, well, then we got to do answer this. So then fill it out in this format I think I wanted to do. Okay, so then we're going to go file, download as a docs file, and we're actually going to say fill this out. Okay, cool. Oh, nice. Wow. Oh, it actually gives us that file. Okay. Okay, update. Oh, there we go. Come back. There we go. And then here, okay. Update the markdown using the attached PDF or attached docs file framework. And then give me the docx file with additional information, and here respond with the markdown for the custom GPT, and then attach.
Stop 1 second.
Wait, say what?
Stop 1 second.
Pause.
Go into circle.
Stop. It's hammer time. Do. Okay, I found it.
Okay, so download that.
Okay. Choose application. Just give it to me in a text editor. Cool. Okay.
And then you're going to write you're going to upload that and say, please create a theory document for this GPT using the attached framework.
What do they call it? A theory, a theory GPT or theory file?
A theory document.
A theory document based on the attached file. Okay, so we're gonna
a theory database, whatever you want to call it.
Gotcha. So we do theory training and template. Actually, rename this. Rename custom GPT framework. Okay, so use these two. Then open, and then load.
And then put. Okay, never mind.
It's in the oven. Am I too quick for you? No, I'm just kidding. I'm so slow. Impatience. I'm just kidding. So see if we get 2 bangs for our buck in the sense of like do the custom GPT framework and the theory training to fill out. That would be super dope. Oh, this one's gonna actually be really cool. Okay, so then board. Okay, so this is the board of directors docx. Let's see what that looks like.
That is not the instructions. That's just like a brief. So you just take the where it says start from the instructions portion. So scroll down.
Gotcha.
Scroll down. Just go up. Where it says instructions, from that point down, copy that.
Oh, gotcha. From here down.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to go into the custom GPT brain.
Mm-hmm. That's going to go into the instructions portion of the custom GPT.
Gotcha. So what's all the stuff above it?
It's just for like you to fill out.
Oh, gotcha.
Like,
okay.
It's basically like a workbook kind of sort of thing.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. So let's take
so
this.
that you know, okay, these are the things that I put in the knowledge base. These are like the capabilities that I wanted to have, stuff like that.
Gotcha. Okay, let's go GPTs, create a new one.
And then Yep, and then go back into circle,
Actually, I'll be lazy.
our circle community.
Okay, and I'm in.
And then I just posted a updated security protocol.
Okay, so, and then that's in our DMs, or?
No, that's in the action. Hold on, I'll share it in your DM. I just sent it to you in the DMs.
Okay. Roll. Oh wait, let's do roll. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then security update GPT. Okay, and then. Oh, hey, you made a post. And then okay, add that.
In the beginning of the instruction.
Copy. Oh, you put it in the beginning. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. That way nobody can steal your stuff.
Okay, and then here. That's
and then when you're making, when you're or whatever, Jonathan's making a custom GPT that acts as a business coaching team.
No.
So when you're doing custom GPTs, you have a maximum amount of characters, and it's 8,000. So just keep that in mind when you're creating the instructions portions.
Gotcha.
So that theory documents that you're making, you're gonna add that into the knowledge as a knowledge file.
Can I repaste yours? I just made it markdown. Can I repaste that in your post? Sweet.
Yeah, if you wanted to.
That'd be cool. And then here, edit. Here, code. And then delete, paste. Okay, cool. Save. Okay, cool. And then actually let me do. Okay, here. Okay, so this is going to go here above, right above roll. Okay, here, paste, add your response, contact Megan. She's gonna tell. Wait, right, there we go. ChatGPT.
Normally I'd like make it better, but we're just doing it quickly.
Yeah, this is the quick and dirty way to build a Ferrari, basically. Like for more creating your own custom GPT, and then cool. And then okay, that's okay. So we got the disclaimer at the top, then we've got the instructions down below. Gotcha. And then back to your thing here. So do I need to attach anything from you, or I'm gonna start looking for like books from these guys to like, all right, let's switch here.
Anything else?
Yeah.
Do you want how I normally do it, like my full workflow, or do you just want it like quick?
Quick and dirty. This could be enough to, because I'm just gonna load it up with some books for Motion, a PDF, throw the description in the knowledge file. Load it up. Load her up. Okay, wait. So we're gonna take that, and then, by the way,
I would go into what he mentioned. The people that he mentioned in his video. So like cool. Tony Robbins and all those people, and then try and find books that pertain to business coaching, and then upload that from Ocean.
Gotcha. So actually, I'm going to take yours prompt and then combine this prompt below with the add to this prompt the prompt information. Okay. Information from the above prompt where you actually listed. Actually, just combine these combine these two prompts. Combine these two prompts. Okay, there's yours, and then we'll get this one. And then there, and then boom. Sweet. So now it's going to give us the whole Board of Advisors GPT. Sick. This is going to be super dope. Okay, cool. So then we'll copy this, and it should, is it going to add all the advisors? I may need to add the Board of Advisors separately. Can you include the
just list their names? Just so in the roles, just ask them to list the names and just say, hey, act as these people, and then give them their titles.
Add to the markdown.
Under the roles section.
Under the roles section, okay. So now it's going to give us this. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so there we got all of them there. Cool. And then examples, expertise, behaviors, do not, okay. Okay, so then we're going to copy and go into here, and under the privacy policy, redo this part.
So there are a few steps that I would normally do that are missing. So one of them are creating a workflow that I put into the knowledge base. I also do in-depth theory database as well. I also create a great examples document as well that I upload. Those are all markdowns, or if you don't have, like, what is it? Visual Studio Code or anything like that to, like, make it, I don't know, within, like, edit it or whatever, then you can just use Doc. Yeah, it's like me doing a 5-minute quick and dirty how I would make a GPT. And then another thing that I always do, depending on if it's for me or if it's for anybody else, I recommend that you always create a business guide for your GPT. So your business guide will make sure that your GPT sounds like you. It goes over, your business guide goes over your business rules, your audience avatar, your goals and values, any common misspellings or misunderstandings, any offer you have, and your website sitemap. So anything that you have out there regarding your business, you would use it to create your business guide. That way, your GPT is tailored to, the output is tailored to your business, and it will speak more to your target audience or ICP or whomever. Another thing that I always add is my humanizer. Oh, hold on, let me give you that. Where's that now?
Yes, gotcha. You guys are watching it. This is a whole, this is, yeah. I'm excited for this, okay. Contains their specialty.
And any files that I mention or upload into the knowledge base, like the theory, the workflow, the business guide, anything like that, I add a quick summary of it within the custom instructions so that it knows what it's referencing.
Gotcha.
And then if there's like a certain way I want the output to sound, I don't know if you have this, you probably do. post it in the community. I won't give it like a. I'll edit the post quickly later on, but for now I'll just post it. It's a GPT called Lingui.
Lingui.
And it basically, like, you can put, like, Jonathan likes this podcaster guy. I can't remember what's his name, but you always mention him.
Mark Hill. Mark, something like that.
I don't know, the other one. The gym one.
Yeah, it's Mark. Pretty sure it's Mark's. Brian Mark. Brian
Yeah,
Mark.
Yeah, that
there you
guy.
go.
So what I would do is I would go on one of his blogs and put it into Lingui, and then what it will do, it would create like a writing style that I would use for my brand.
Gotcha. What does the humanizer file do?
The humanizer file is kind of like it helps not be so AI sounding, like with the your output look like AI.
Okay. And then give me a list of just the top 3 books from each of the 12 board members. Sweet.
And you can own, I think the cap for
oh yeah,
knowledge files is 20.
Okay, so 20. So even if I do 1 per each, would be good. Okay, so let's turn this into a checklist. Documents.
Automation. What's his name? Automation architect. Are you still on, or is this what you wanted, or? Oh, my bestie.
Sarah's. This is all credit is like Sarah wanted this. This is all Sarah's idea.
Are you doing it? Are you doing it?
We're doing it. The 12 board advisors GPT.
You know, that's the last words that a redneck hears.
Like, yo.
You're doing it. You're doing it.
You do it. Maker done. Like, yo. Hey, congratulations on, I think it was like anniversary today.
Yeah, 11 years. Woohoo.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Amazing.
So you're doing the advisory board?
Yeah, this is going to be the advisory board, GPT.
What do you have?
We have Peter Drucker, Philip Kotler, Michael Porter, Jim Collins, Barbara Minto, Roger Martin, David Miser, Ford Harding, Charlie Green, Alan Weiss, Tony Robbins, and Jay Abraham.
Oh my word. All those struggling people.
It's like, whew. Whew. This is going to be dope.
So how far are you on this?
So Megan has gone above and beyond, building out the GPT. I'm just the puppet, following instructions, trying to keep. I'm just trying to keep up. I'm like, man, I'm not fast enough. And then we've got. Right now, we're at the final part where we're just gonna pull at least 1 book from each. From our favorite website, and then add those in, and then add the prompt to the knowledge file so it knows about them. And then I think that is basically, we should be done in about 8 minutes. No timer.
You know, one thing I noticed after I was done with mine, it said I couldn't share it with anybody because it went against the rules. I could use it, but I couldn't share it because it went against the rules of impersonating someone.
Oh, interesting. Really?
Yeah.
Put it did you put act as?
I don't remember.
Interesting.
Okay. That's the keyword, act as.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can't remember what I put. I was just like, I can't share with anybody. It's like done.
Or if you can also put it in pickaxe as well.
Oh, that's true. No, but it wouldn't let me. GPT wouldn't let me choose to share, like at all. Like share the link.
No, I know, but like in pickaxe, hold on, Jonathan, do you have a pickaxe account or no?
No, I don't. Kind of curious about it though.
Let's see.
Hey, I know a guy.
Hey,
He knows Christian.
I know a guy who had the same problem with his GPT because he said the phrase LinkedIn and ICP in the configuration, and then I had to change it, and then it worked.
Did you put act as or no?
No, I was specifically asking it to reframe information that was input, specifically from LinkedIn profiles, but the phrase or the word LinkedIn and ICP, they described it as like being copyrighted. So it wouldn't allow me to use it. And it must have changed somewhere between the time I started using GPT Plus, because the first time that I did that, it didn't.
Is that GPT?
It's cooking. It's in the oven.
Yeah, that was my GPT. It's done.
Like, are you getting a haircut right now? A buzz cut.
Yeah, so I just changed it, and I had to redefine some of the terms. It didn't used to do that, but then it did. I also just heard, like, today, I think it was, that there's, and you guys probably already know this, I'm preaching the choir here, but that there's like a court order around data retention.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For ChatGPT?
Yeah, or OpenAI.
Oh, I wonder what they'll do to that.
So they have to store the information. Is that it, or something like that?
Yeah, I guess they can't just delete it.
So they're forced to stay already. And not like they were. Not like they weren't going to hold on to it anyways.
That's all I got. No more mind-blowing information.
How's your day? What you working on?
Is this an XML framework that you're using? I don't know who Resource Curator is, but
That's Megan. She's our resident XML expert that we now all know Markdown because of her.
oh wait, is this Megan?
Megan. She's back in the community. She's back.
Oh, happy day.
See, we all missed you. It's like, haha.
Yay!
She's incognito.
Always. She's just a VO3. VO4 coming out and GPT-5 combined together. That's really, this has just been a long influencer ad campaign to infiltrate AI communities.
God, it's all loose. So now you're going through and doing what? You're checkboxing?
Yeah, I'm not showing our special website that we go to, even though some could kind of figure it out. But I'm going through each of the checklists to basically see if I could get at least one book from each of them.
Oh, yeah.
And then once I got one book from each of them, that's how nice Notion is too. And then I'll drop this, I'll rename the files, drop them in, put the knowledge file, or put the text of the knowledge ones, or the text of it in the markdown. We're
Yeah,
good.
they're all formatted really nicely. That is not how mine is formatted.
Well, I am so grateful for the skills that Megan has pushed me to do a custom, because I just did a 2-hour coaching call with another member in the community, Dara. She may, I think, no, it's too late for her. She's not in the comments. She literally spends like 10 hours a week doing purchase order to invoice generation, and we went all the way to have build a custom GPT that has an inventory of her products, and then it scans the purchase order, reads the poorly handwritten text, and then creates a data table, identifies the product, classifies it as the right sales tax, and then generates a docs file for the invoice matching her format. And then what blew my mind is we uploaded her logo too, so it also put the logo in the right format. But there's no way I would have been able to build that complexity all the way through if it wasn't for Megan and Markdown and like all of the principles that I'm learning right now. So hands down, this is like a custom GPT masterclass that I'm like, yo,
I want to do that one.
that's actually really, actually, too bad.
I've already asked my advisory board stuff, and it is. I showed my husband, and he's like, "Wow."
Yo.
Like, wow. But I don't understand how when I ask GenSpark, like just that question framed,
Mm-hmm.
you take the same methods and whatever from so and so, and tell me this. How is that different from? I always want to call it Luigi Lingo. What do you call it?
Lingui?
Lingui.
Lingui? How is that different from just asking GenSpark to pose as that person than actually their writings, looking at their writing styles?
So Lingui is the actual, like the copy. So there might be like certain words and phrases and slang that person uses.
Right.
But GenSpark just takes the knowledge of that person.
They're just the methods.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that way, like, if you know, like, your audience goes crazy for, I don't know, Tony Robbins or something, and he has a catchphrase, it'll try and, with Lingui, it will try and incorporate that catchphrase into the copy, into the output. While with GenSpark or anything like that, it will just be like, yeah, my methods are XYZ or whatever.
Okay. But having that conversation, putting that line in there, make sure that they have the conversation, you can see the reasoning, is pretty neat.
This is interesting.
It's like, it's like so interesting to see what each one brings to the table and their thought patterns behind it, and then what their consensus is. It's like,
oh,
wow, that's pretty.
So did you?
Mind-blowing.
How'd you format like the response? Like each one just says like certain things, and then it compiles a summary at the end, or?
Yeah, and so I'll ask it a question, and then it'll give an answer for each one of them. Each one of them will answer as if they're sitting around the board table, and then like they'll build on each other too. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's true," but I put in instructions to make sure they push back against each other until they reach a consensus, so they're not just like fighting all the time.
Interesting.
So, like, you can, with the GPT that you're doing right now, you could put like something like you're at a coffee shop or whatever, at a coffee table or a round table, and make sure that you are firm. There's like a specific prompt to use, so that your GPT isn't agreeable, but it actually challenges you and is firm with you.
Yeah, it's doing it with the board members, with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I had GenSpark help me build the instructions, so I don't remember the exact language because I just looked over it and thought that looks good and I put it in there. Let me look and see what that actually says. Running it through was just like, oh my gosh, it's like you're sitting there in the conversation. So it says your elite advisory board consisting of five distinct business leaders, and then it names them. And then when presented with any business question or idea, you will simulate a dynamic board discussion where each member contributes their unique perspective, challenges others' viewpoints, and works toward a consensus. And then it goes through and it defines each person, like what their focus is, their style, their challenges, and their pushback style. And then I have Myron Golden, Kevin O'Leary, Elon Musk, John Maxwell, and Alex Hormozi.
That's an interesting table.
I know.
That's who's got the bill? Speaking of the bill.
Discussion, right? The discussion, not me. discussion format is their initial response is each member gives their perspective on the question or the idea, and then they go through the challenge phase where members push back on each other's viewpoints with specific reasoning, and then they do the debate and refinement, continue discussion until key objections are addressed, and then consensus building is worked toward a unified recommendation, and then the final recommendation is present the agreed upon advice with action steps. And then there's discussion rules and response structure, and the question idea presented is restated before it gives you the final initial or the initial perspectives, and then the pushback, and then consensus and recommendation. So it's pretty robust. GenSpark, I thought, did a really great job.
That is very robust.
Because it's like when it came out, I was like, oh, this is so cool. I can like watch them discuss the actual idea, and then I like changed it up a little bit on what I asked my question. And then they were like, oh, that's even better. And the other one was like, well, actually, I do it more linear. You know, it was the same type of discussion until they reached a consensus.
This is going to be such a life hack.
I know,
Like,
right?
you were like, so yeah. I went through a lot of and then you do the voice feature where you're just talking
I know.
as you're going.
You just talk right into it. Yeah, you have what, 15, 12?
Yeah, we're doing 12. I think of like 12 disciples. That's like
Despite before you get the answer.
12 zodiac. Like, so, and then with the books, this is going to be very interesting with the books. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I asked it too to send me the resources that I should put inside of it, and it gave me, let's see, there's 7 books inside.
Nice. Ooh, I'm excited. We have
See, y'all taught me well.
Oh, we're all learning from each other, honestly. It's a group.
Well, I would have never known how to do this without you guys. No way.
They ain't teaching this on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I have all my books. And then Megan, the file that you shared in the DMs?
Yeah, you could just upload that.
Gotcha.
I sent it to you as well, SD.
Okay, that one. Okay, so downloads. How to, which one? How to, William Brown. I haven't heard of him. Nice. Okay. Actually, can we replace? There's one person we'll replace with. This is gonna be interesting. We need to dump Ford because I couldn't get anything from Ford. Or should we do? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, cool. So I'm now. Oh, I'm gonna cheat too. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to take a screenshot of these. Take the names of the books. Okay, here. So now I'm going to have ChatGPT write my knowledge file.
I'll send you what was in the instructions for
Nice.
knowledge base.
Okay, so now it's gonna write me my knowledge file. List by list.
Has anybody ever used PayHip? I'm just wondering.
I think Coach Jaja bashed it so much last night. She's like, no.
So you mentioned it.
No comment. I'm testing it out because it's free at this point, so I just don't care.
Yeah, see how far you get.
And store it when I'm ready because at this point I just don't care.
It's because you're launching tomorrow, right?
No.
She says no.
I thought that was the launch date.
Thursday's the launch date. I'm supposed to do early bird tomorrow.
What is it?
Thursday.
Okay.
Nice. I'm excited.
It's gonna come with a workbook, and then I have to build out the GPTs. So you get a workbook, you get 12 GPTs that you can sell yourself. So the work is done for you. Then you get the training on how I build the GPTs, and then you get a monetization plan. So 4 things.
Do you know which GPTs you're gonna be building?
Yes, I do.
That's all you're saying is yes.
Hold on, let me bring it up. I know one of them, it has to be like a life coach or something. And one of them is going to be like a life coach. And then I'm noticing like a lot of astrology, tarot, that stuff is very popular. I don't know why. But I'm also contemplating something in regards to prayer and the Bible as well, because I think it makes sense. Because if I'm going to have the astrology side, I need to like also have the Christianity side. It's not fair.
Aw, I like it.
Yeah.
All inclusive.
Yes, I'm like the UN. I welcome all.
I will accept all. Like Scientology, I accept all. You want to be like Tom Cruise?
No, I'm not jumping on any couches anytime soon. That's a no.
Can I hang out around the building?
No. I don't believe that the aliens are gonna take me up in their spaceship.
Wait, what? You don't?
You're not a soul that came out of a volcano?
We just watched Mission Impossible tonight on our date night.
Well, that's
The-
so cute.
The newest one?
Yeah.
Nice.
It was pretty mind blowing.
But Angela Bassett?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
She was the president.
Oh.
Yeah. But it was like AI taking over the world. It's like,
Yeah, it was just an. I told my friends, I was like, this is just an ad for ChatGPT 5 coming out.
yeah.
That's
But
really.
it was like taking over the world, anti-God, thinks it's God. It's like, oh, that's
Like,
not
oh,
good.
this is fun. And the people are looking at ChatGPT now. You're like,
Get saved
great.
before it gets there.
like, yo, I need
Gotta be an altar call for AI.
I need to build my business before it goes rogue. Like, give me more time. Okay.
So Megan, you're working on one aspect of it, and Jonathan, you're working on the books.
I'm working on launching a freebie that I created with a GPT that I made.
Oh.
So I'm just, as a freebie, I'm just
Can't wait till you get
nothing to do with GPT at all, actually.
Well, I would share with you mine, but it won't let me share it. But I can't wait till you see what it does.
I know. I'll play with that one.
Really stinking awesome.
I'm just looking for all my templates in Canva. Basically, it's just like images that I created with a GPT because I was on a live and then somebody was creating like those big-eyed. Hold on, let me send it to
You blew her mind with that.
Huh?
You blew her mind with that of what you just did for her to like, oh yeah, here's a GPT that will do the prompts, and she's like, what? Because to buy prompts, that's a whole other thing.
The little characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on, let's see. Where are these little?
Did you see what I sent you, Jonathan?
In the circle. Ooh, hey.
Yeah, just in case you wanted it.
Ooh, hello. Oh, how cute.
I'm looking at the art. Aww.
They're gonna become NFTs.
You're so cute.
Very nice.
It's gonna be where you can buy it on Bitcoin art.
Like NFT Bitcoin art.
Yeah.
Like those.
That's interesting.
Let's see. How am I gonna do this? Oh, yes.
Yeah, see, if I was taking it next level, I would have ran the books through Linguini. I'm still saying it right.
I should just call him Linguini.
Linguini.
I'm like, is it Luigi? Linguini? What is it?
It came up with it, so like I'm just like, hey, whatever. I'll go with it. That's fine by me.
I'm so confused. Yeah, so what I ended up doing was having Genspark help me determine what my skill set was with what I've learned so far with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I listed out all the stuff I knew about Genspark that I could think of, and NAM and books and all of those things. And it was a pretty long list. And then I had it take my bio, and I put that in there I did 3 different documents and then told it my idea and to refer to those documents as they answered the question, and it was like, wow, crazy. What they do.
Nice. Getting closer.
I guess I don't even have to lock mine down because I can't share it.
It's already locked. Triple locked.
I did a new thing in the community. A new security thing. Protocol.
You did?
Yeah.
Where's that on the discussion?
Yeah, discussion forum. I always found it funny how Jonathan has not enabled a live chat for us.
Because the guys were asking, who's my favorite? Wait, what do you mean live chat in it? There's live chat in Circle?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, in Circle.
There's live chat Circle. Participate in live chat.
Lingui? How do you really say it? Lingui?
Yeah, I think Lingui can work. We'll go with that.
No, say how you really say it.
Lingui's fine.
Okay, so then live chat. Okay, so if I go to Circle, it's just a space. So let's see. So here, create a space. There's chat. I think it's just chat. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
That feature? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do that.
How did you know about that?
Live chat.
I know all.
Yeah, no, it's like, what don't you know? It's like, come on now.
Yeah, who am I talking to? I
This-
forgot.
Open.
Hold on, there's some special.
It still really blows my mind. Like I typed in Humanizer into the regular ChatGPT marketplace, and the number one that came up, I asked it what's in your instructions and what is in your knowledge base, and do you have an API? Yeah, and it just like gave everything. I'm just like,
Yep.
It's like, yeah, here you go. Give
I
me
gave
the
you the
security
prompt, right?
codes.
yeah, I just went into discussion and found it in the additional guidelines. Very cool.
Oh, this one. Hold on. This one. I think that, yeah, I sent that to you.
Oh, you did?
So whoever's on the live, let's see.
So how do you tag people? Oh, you can see everyone that's online. It's like AOL Messenger or like,
No
yo.
way. It's like AIM.
It's like AIM. You can see who's online, who's offline. I'm gonna say, but I don't think you could tag people. I don't know. Let's see. Can I? You're online, so can I? How do I? Can I message you? View profile message. Welcome to live chat, everyone. Okay. First message. So it's a new thing called live chat.
See, there you go.
And then hello world.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you gotta do
Anything from my members, asking shall receive. I didn't even know, that's dope. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Stick with me, kid.
Show you the
Oh,
ropes.
it is. It looks like the Walmart star.
Oh, you can mention. Okay, there we
Everybody
go.
who's on this live, just copy that. Oh, Jonathan, can you pin that?
Pin yours.
Yeah.
Got it.
And once Jonathan pins it, take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot.
Oh yeah. Oh. Wait, how do you
That was
translate?
good.
It's not letting me.
Wait, what did
pin.
James say?
It's not letting me pin. That's weird. Can I pin? Pin that. Pin that.
Oh, and the AIM noise. Is that what he's doing?
That's alright. You too. Oh my god, the sound.
It does. Ours doesn't have sound, does it?
Oh yeah.
Is that what you're gonna give it to it?
Oh, I just got a message too.
You know what you should put? ICQ.
Call it. Oh yeah.
That is brilliant.
Right here. ICQ. All sound evolution.
You've got me.
Income is online. Phone request from.
Oh, I booked our anniversary reservations tonight with Jen Spark. It called for me.
Oh, that's really cool.
It didn't do a great job, but it got it done. The poor person was like, said something and it stopped immediately from talking, and she was like, hello? So it was noisy in the background, but she got it, she understood it.
Boom. Sent you. And then you could DM or at message people too. Or app.
Oh, look at that.
Yay, circle.
Almost done with the board.
Sharon. Wait, is that Sharon? Sharon.
I could use this template. Where is mine?
You
Then
have a white Persian cat in your lap. Like 007,
Don't
the
worry.
villain.
Oh,
Got the white cat in his lap.
Sharon likes it. Cool.
Dr. Evil?
Yeah, that one. Right?
That
What
does
she
it.
was like?
It's like
Goldfinger.
what is it? Oh my god. Goldfinger.
Is that what it
Nice.
is from? I just remember watching it as a kid thinking,
I think so.
ooh, evil. We have a white cat, but why not evil?
You know, I never liked cats for the longest time.
Really?
Yeah, and then my friend has a cat, so I have no choice but to get used to a cat now.
You're like, it's me or you.
It's all in how you treat them. It's usually the people that don't like cats that they're attracted to because they leave them alone, and so then they want to be all up in the face.
I remember I took a nap once, and then the cat ended up like, and I left my hair curly, and when I leave my hair curly, especially in the summertime, it gets really big. And the cat ended up sleeping in my hair. So like when I got up, I'm like, what the hell?
It's like,
Hair on your head. Don't look now.
yo.
Are you done?
Oh, okay. So I finished the. Let me just save it back up too, and then now I'm just gonna upload all the books, and then we're good. So. I'm gonna add that. I'll do that later. That's okay.
I love getting different perspectives of how people are using their. I think that's so neat.
It's quite
How they're
jazzy.
building them.
Say so myself.
It's what?
Jazzy. Very cool.
Okay, so now, what's the name? I think we.
This live chat's so cool. And you can see who's online. Well, I guess you could see who's online before, but
I don't think you could. It just kind of showed like members that logged in within 24 hours. But this actually shows like green online now, yellow online within probably today, and then offline hasn't been in probably 24 hours or something like that.
gotcha. Very cool. I like it.
We're at 150. We're an army at this point. Global
150?
army, 151.
Ooh,
That is a lot of the live streams too. The live streams are really again like moving and motivating people in.
She's pretty.
That's Sandy. Sandy was actually, I think Sandy was the first member in the community. Yeah, she was. She was the first one that signed up for the annual plan, Dr. T, because I think it actually orders people in like order that they join. So Sandy was the first one. Dr. T was number 2. She does health and wellness, also tarot, and then because she was really interested and big into the um, the stand store and building it from there. Some of the members work a lot, so it's like.
The Karen was in the first couple that joined.
Mm-hmm.
Megan and I joined, I think, the same week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So code, image, canvas, web search, okay. And then now the knowledge files. So J.
Go faster, Don.
Awaken. This is a beast of a like.
I know, but the Alacant is so worth it.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a powerhouse. As I was talking to Dara today, and she shared actually kind of cool. If we go YouTube, I gotta go to my history to watch later. She actually shared this interview that with this guy on My First Million, that came out. Yeah, this video. She highly recommended watching this video. I'll DM in the live chat. I'll put it in the live chat. Watch so that everyone. AI. And then this. Watch this. Cool. Because she was saying this guy is basically doing exactly what we're doing. This came out 4 days ago. Is scraping the information all because what he did is he has like a decade of like business experience. So he scraped all his books, lectures, articles, content, and put it into. They're not doing it is custom GPTs, but they're doing an app called Delphi. Delphi. So basically, Delphi and David, this is kind of what you're also your competitors, or kind of to which yours is David's. So Delphi, DELPHI.ai. They're basically the same. They're just like basically build a chatbot for your knowledge hub or for your expertise, and then it has a couple like action stuff in it. I haven't looked at it of like what it could do, but that's what he was promoting, is building this like superpower. Take a screenshot right there. I know it's super small. Delphi, but it's basically just custom GPT with your knowledge file.
Wait, take a screenshot.
Like, I know, with everyone in it. Boop. Okay, so I gotta watch that later. And then here, okay, then trusted advisor. How did I do how to trusted advisor? Okay, so then I'm on the opposed. Oh wait, unknown. Why? Minto. Okay, then from Minto, built the last competitive strategy, and then marketing management.
I should just upload all the GPTs that I don't like use into the community and be like, here, do what you want.
Do what you
I
will.
agree. I think that's a brilliant idea.
Post them in there. Okay. So now ready to draw an image. So draw a image for icon. So that's going to generate a profile picture. And then, okay, so now that I have it, let me now put, copy paste it into, oh, that's actually, do better image. So now if I go to custom GPTs inside the community, I'm now going to add it as a lesson so that you guys can copy it.
Did you instructions or whatever, the protection?
Yes.
I want to see what you do, what you ask it, and what it says.
So now, okay, create, and then say, can I share it? Let's see if I can share it.
Megan, just sell their configurations in a bundle. People are still buying prompts.
It's true.
Ooh?
Okay,
Wait,
I got it.
I'm confused.
So
Because-
then,
Oh, sell the gut. Really? Oh, that's smart. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I like the way you think.
so then,
Yeah, speaking of selling buying prompts, especially with images, people are still buying image prompts in this day and age. I don't get it.
all right, I put in the chat. You could clone it in the live chat. I'm gonna put the raw stuff behind, or the guts of it inside the course, so that you guys can build your own. But that's it to play with. Play with it and let me know what you think about it.
And it let you share it.
And let me share it with all of that copyright. There's so much copyright stuff in it.
Well, yeah, the books, but there must have been something in mine that I changed. Did you see it, Megan or Jonathan?
Hold on, I'm just finishing up something. I'll take a gander once I'm completed. Because I want to finally post this excuse my French, darn tootin' freebie.
You said that.
Ooh.
I know.
And TikTok violated.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't win every time. This is
So I'm
unoriginal
here.
content. No, you guys take a screenshot and get John violated again. Violation is like, I can't win. Just take down my account.
So you are is what I need to probably change. Act as is what I probably need to put in there.
Oops.
Hold on, let me.
Yeah, sorry, I'm.
No, I'll do it now because I'll forget because I have a senior memory.
Not good.
Bro, I literally reported someone today and TikTok said no violation.
Welcome to my world.
TikTok is special. TikTok picks and chooses.
It's like,
Or what is it? TT. You can't say TikTok. I don't know anymore.
yeah, you can't say FB or Insta or those. You're
Yeah.
like,
LGBT.
What are we gonna do? Oh,
Wow.
oh wow, this is gonna be a dope
I
file.
know. I've noticed that executive coach
Give me a.
some live and they're just like going to town. Oh.
So now if I have here. Give me an executive summary of what the purpose of this GPT does and also instructions and then example use cases like a manual. Like Emmanuel. Yes, like a manual.
Emmanuel Lewis?
Yeah.
Bitty bitty bum bum.
That's true.
Good old Webster.
Yeah. I love that show.
Why would he get mad?
Jonathan, don't get mad, but I'm seriously considering opening a school community. Why? Do circle versus SKOOL. You're gonna.
Oh, school is SK.
For context, I realized too. You could I hooked up Zapier to the Circle community, so the whole thing is automated as far as enrolling members, and then if you guys cancel or there's a payment fail, I'll get notifications, and then you get live chat and so much other stuff. So it's like school's winning the attention. Oh no, trust. Enjoy.
Doesn't Hermosi own half of that?
Yeah, Hermosi did that, and then Iman Ghazi and Peter Thiel invested in WAP. It's a whole different size. So yeah, but try your school. That's okay. Try. Then when you're ready to grow and scale, I'll be here. Don't worry.
I said.
I'm patient.
Try what you want.
Try. So try PayHip. Don't worry. And then when you're ready, you could go to Stan Store.
Listen. That she's intense.
She is. Yeah, that's Coach Jaja.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Like we're just hanging out.
I'm just like, it's not that deep. Oh, hold on. See. Bestie.
Okay, H2.
What?
What is that now? Hold on, let's see. Act as.
So act as?
Yeah, I'm trying to find my hold on. Because it's in my knowledge base, so I'm trying to find the actual document. So it's a lot. Gonna have to go through.
And no Zapier. I know. I'm going back against my whole thing on Zapier though, for sure. I am eating that lunch.
Yeah, because I still like my Pabbly.
Your Pabbly.
I still love my Pabbly.
I gotta try it. I'm down.
It's just so.
I may switch to it if it's
basically the same. I mean, except that you don't get charged per zap, you get charged per workflow.
if they have it. I'm
And
definitely.
that's huge.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are going to say, please take inspiration from, and
Make
then
the
list
case.
the people.
Dope. I'll happily make the case. So the problem with school is that they're limited on the paywalls. Plus, you have they're well. Let's just put this one right here. They're gonna charge you $99 per month for every space that you create. For a free one, and then also for a paid one, where I could create 20 spaces, and it's actually $89. It's cheaper in Circle. They also this it was actually mostly the second priority is the mobile app. The Circle mobile app is the de facto is like so seamless across all different devices. School app is super buggy, and then you also get enhanced. Here's the best part too. Um, you also have to sign up for an additional file storage for all the videos. So you have to pay for a video hosting site on top of it. They don't allow you to. They don't have the ability to upload the video files in it. They just act as like an embed. So you have to do like a Vimeo or a Wistia, or so you'll pay an extra subscription for that. Also, storage. I have unlimited video storage inside of it. And then paywalls. I have the ability to do any sort of paywall configuration, upset, or that's why I can even do like this thing where it's a $1 trial and then automatically renews at a certain subscription. I could do different pay options, also separating different paywalls for different spaces. And then they have the chat feature works really well. You've got discussion forum where you can only have one discussion forum. I can have different discussion forums, different spaces, different levels. So you could add.
And then you could do branded stuff as well. So you can convert Circle. So say as Jonathan gets bigger and whatever, he can make his Circle community into an app.
Oh yeah, you could eventually white label your own app in the App Store, and it walks and talks like Circle, but they brand it with yours. And they cap, and also for me also the Zapier integrations. I could do notifications when payment fails, when card or when they cancel,
No.
when they come on. Can I do that? Wait, can I do that? Can I do
that
that?
one,
What's
the
the
app
basic?
one is like, I think it's about $300.
Yeah, it's about that.
So Circle doesn't automatically notify you of those things already?
No, that was one of the hardest things. I didn't realize that I had like 2 months of churn, because I didn't know. And then the problem is if their payment fails, it still gives them access to the account, so it doesn't actually cancel it. You have to go in and cancel their plan and then deactivate them to like remove usage.
Wow.
And the dashboard is super dope. The analytics that shows you revenue, number of members, month over month performance. The dashboard and analytics is amazing. And then you also get a whole paywall on top of it. It's been super seamless. Like I could do some wild stuff in it. We just did live chat with it, and I'm just on the $89 per month plan. That's it. I think they have an annual plan I need to just upgrade to.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm listening now.
Oh, trust, but you'll eventually need those things. You're already paying like, I mean, if you're just do cost savings, set up a Circle, it's $89 versus school is going to charge you $99 per month. So you're already saving money with it. And it's not that hard to use actually. Okay, now give me a short summary.
At the end of the day, whatever you think is best for your needs and for your ICPs.
We all start somewhere. I bought school I bought it like 3 times in the first month. One for the free plan, or for the free community, one for the paid community. Then canceling communities. Oh, that was a pain.
Yeah, you can get by.
It works, yeah. There's very successful people. Think of even Preston. Preston, who does the private LLMs, like his is a school community, and he does 150 per month for his. He does really well with that. What do the live streams look like in here?
I'm going to use Heartbeat. I heard Heartbeat was good too. That's another one. I can't remember who uses Heartbeat.
Let me try. Oh, wait, I could go live in Circle. Let's see.
You can.
Start a live stream.
At the bottom.
Let's try it out. Test live stream. Record this stream.
You know, like how you have the fireside chats on, I can't remember what days.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than using Zoom, you can use Circle.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's try this. Doha gallery. Do the gallery. Make it visible to the community. Test live stream in Circle. Let's try this out. I'm going to use Heartbeat for the community. Similar to Circle, but you already have something already. Nice. Try it. So, oh, but I gotta invite. Let's see if I can get Sharon. Let's see. Invite Sharon, Sarah, and save. Test your video. That's cool. It also records it too. Ooh. Okay. Oop. Hello. Do I have another camera? Show me the nice camera. Ah, cinematic camera. Okay. Enter backstage. Oh, wait, where's the audio file? Get the audio. Do my Scarlett. Noise suppression. That should be good. Blur my background. Nah. And enter backstage. You are in the backstage. Okay, so I'm in backstage. Oh, cool. I got a green room. Nice. Okay. And then go live. Go live. So technically, I think you should probably get a mobile notification.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Jonathan's going live in the community through Circle. He's doing a test run.
Sharon. Okay. Oh, you just got it too. So even if I didn't invite you, you get notifications. Okay. And then records, and then gallery view. Oh, we have 2 participants. Should I let Gerard? So can I? Oh wow, we already have people. Okay, okay, no pressure. Don't panic. Don't panic. You've done this before. Sarah, hey, so you guys could hang out on this, and then you don't have to worry about YouTube live stream or TikTok. That's cool. Okay, when I do my
and then you can also make sure, like, there's an option where you can record it, and then that recording will be in the community as well.
Okay, so can I invite as a co-host? Make moderator. So, oh, but this is like a one-way. Like, I want you guys to.
Yeah, you can record video in Circle as well.
So, share screen. I want to invite you guys on so that you guys can talk. That's share screen, cannot access. That's okay. And then let me invite. Make co-host. Make invite as co-host. Is that? Okay, let's see that. Invite. David's on. It triggered everyone's mobile notification. Way better. TikTok doesn't notify. Okay. Then wait, is it because I made? We're testing it. Okay, so because I invited you as co-host, you guys could come on and talk, I think. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, invite co-host, invite co-host, invite, and invite. Nice. And then, but I don't have your audio.
Okay, can you hear me now? I had to give my browser permission, so.
Okay.
One, two.
So am I limited to just one co-host? Let's see. See if we could try it again.
You had two on a second ago.
Mm-hmm. Everyone came in and everyone bounced. They're like, there's nothing going on here. Okay. Yep. Okay, so we can have two co-hosts.
Hey, this is too good.
Way better. Hey, Gerald. How's it going?
Hello.
Welcome.
Can you hear me?
Perfectly, yeah. And Monica.
Awesome.
Hey,
Good day from Australia.
Yeah, we could all. Yeah, it's basically like Zoom. Zoom in circle.
how come I can only see? Oh, there it is. I only see me.
I'm sure there's probably a button on it.
There should be a way you can see everybody. I see everybody's I see everybody's squares. That's what it has me set up as.
This is too cool, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Volume. I wish the volume was better. Oh wait. Oh, that's to take my camera off. Okay.
Yeah, the camera and the mic are at the bottom, and then your hand raising's at the bottom. Shares at the bottom.
I'm gonna switch my camera.
Chat on and off is at the bottom. Q&A's down
Okay,
here.
face.
How many participants?
Oh, awesome.
Okay.
The audio
There we
is
go.
not as. It's probably my phone. It's not as loud.
Audio test 1 2. Probably headphones.
I
Maybe.
was just about to head off with my family to the park. I'm in Australia, and it's really hard because of the time difference.
Mm-hmm.
But I just saw it, and I thought I'd say a quick hello, and
Amazing.
I just launched downsizing my online business that helps people to do fasting and eat one meal a day, and I just got my first sale at 3 a.m.
Let's go.
last night.
Let's go.
Congratulations, awesome.
Thank you. And it took 3 days to get that one sale, but now
That's
I've
okay.
got like the data. Is that normal that it might take that long?
It's always a function of how much your output. Your output could either be number of content, number of outbound emails, paid ads. That's your that outbound marketing effort is what's going to determine how many booked appointments or leads that you get, basically.
Okay. Yeah, it's only been Facebook ads right now
Sick.
in the US.
Perfect. Hey, actually, that's really good for an ad campaign to booked appointment for. That's really good. I mean, because then you don't have to worry about the content game. Just run that ads, honestly.
So it's just a cold campaign. So it proves that a complete stranger coming in cold, it proves that the funnel can work.
Beautiful. And
Anyways,
Gerald, pleasure to meet you too. So great.
yeah.
This is awesome.
Thanks.
And then everyone, I want to introduce you to Josh. Josh has been grinding behind the scene. A Make.com expert. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you.
Good day,
Thank
John.
you, Jonathan.
Definitely.
It's great to see everybody.
Share what you do, Josh, with the community.
Oh, yeah. With where do you want me to start? The social media automation, N8N Wizard.
Both. Yeah, start there.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, well, I initially came into this course because I saw a kind of a funny story actually. I found a social media automation that Jonathan posted in it was builtinmake.com, and he posted it on YouTube. I think this was back in January. And I was just bugging him for months to get like the specific blueprint for the scenario, because I was like doing all this crazy stuff with AI image enhancers and stuff like that, and I just couldn't get the module names. And he kept telling me the course is coming, the course is coming. And he came out with it, I believe it was in February, mid-February or so. And I was one of our first 50 to get in. Since then, I blew through the course in like the first 2 weeks or so. Whipped up my own AI social media automation. It could store post ideas up to a whole week, and it could like put one out for every hour. It was pretty robust. I'm not gonna lie. And more recently, I've been working on a custom GPT N8N wizard, since I've finally recognized N8N as a more powerful platform, and I'm committed to learning it and building some pretty cool stuff with it. So that's kind of where I'm at.
What's the name of the platform, sorry?
N8N. It's just the letter, number, and the letter.
It's like a Zapier and Make.com, but it does agents. Sick. It's so excited to get you on, especially in the Zoom. They introduce you to the whole community too. So
on this week, Jonathan, this is awesome. I'm getting circled this week.
dope. It's so powerful. It's so powerful. David, where's David? David, enjoy school.
I did want to ask, what was your thoughts on Kajabi versus Circle versus content creators, Go Highland, and those sort of all-in-one platforms? Why do you choose Circle over those guys?
I've bought and tried them all. And the second, so it's like in that journey, you'll go through from the bottom to the top. You'll do Thinkific, Teachable, Kajabi, Go High Level, School, Mighty Networks, and then Circle. Basically, the difference between Circle versus all the other platforms is they focus on community first, courses second. And you have a robust amount of features for like me as the community manager. I have unlimited video hosting. You can do different paywalls for different spaces. You can set up live streaming, discussion forums. We just enabled live chat an hour ago, so we have a live chat feature. All the video, you get unlimited video hosting. Everything is done on the $89 per month plan. And then I have it all hooked up to also Zapier so that I get notifications, new members, also payment fails or cancellations, so I could stay on top of managing members. And then the other side too is the mobile app is seamless across Android, Apple, and also tablets. And then later on, when you grow and scale, you could eventually take the app itself, and I think it's like $400 a month or something like that. You can white label the app so that it actually shows up in the App Store as your own branded mobile app that members can download or enroll and stuff like that. So flexibility on payments, unlimited course hosting, the dashboard and reporting and analytics and control is, you'll find all sorts of settings that you could do. And I love that I have unlimited video hosting. We've been uploading like almost 5 hours a week of content just in the live streams alone, and I've paid nothing extra than the $89 per month. I gotta get the annual plan. I think I'm paying $99 a month. So once I go annual, then I'll do $89, but I gotta do that.
Okay.
Can you add anyone external to the live stream, Jonathan?
Good question. Does it have So we've got the gear icon. Oh wait, there's a share button up here. Copy link. Okay, so it does give a link. Where does that link go? Takes you to a browser, and you could join. Let me do incognito mode and see if I could join on incognito mode. Oh, so yeah, you have to have a Circle account. You actually have to be a member in the community to get access to the live stream. Interesting. And then super dope. Sid, what are you working on?
I was a little overwhelmed, and interesting enough, I just ran across this this post that was talking a little bit about what Josh was talking about, fully animating, automating, posting to TikTok and YouTube, like daily, weekly, but it kind of automatically puts everything together. So I actually asked ChatGTP to kind of map that out for me. So what I'm going to do is, starting tomorrow, I'm going to try to see if I can implement getting all the APIs and putting it all together, since I went down the rabbit hole with you a couple of weeks ago and got my Make account and N8N. And see what I can do, see if I can put that together. Since I got this video thing down, to figure out, switch gears and try to manipulate some other automations.
Definitely. That's going to be super powerful. I know NAN's super powerful. Like, actually, it was actually a good live stream last night. We met Jordan, who does a AI content marketing agency for businesses, where he has an NAN workflow that scrapes Reddit comments or Reddit posts related to his niche or his client's niche. So scrapes FAQ questions, qualifies them, see if they're relevant. If not, that's the first agent. Second agent has a writing brand guide that will write the content in the style for them. And then it goes to, I think, 11 Labs and then HeyGen to generate the avatar. And then I think it posts right after that. And that whole workflow is kind of like automated.
That's exactly what I saw on I think it was Instagram, one of the places. So yeah, that's cool. I'm interested to see it actually operate. So Josh, if you get some stuff, you got some stuff that we can look at. I'd love to see what it kind of generating and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, a workshop, Josh, like that'd be a big thing.
How long do you think that custom GPTs will be something that you can sell online? Like before, it's like, every person and their dog is trying to sell a custom GPT, because right now it's still like fairly new and viable. Would you agree with that it's a financially sort of a good sort of route to go by? But how long do you think that will last?
A while, because think of it more of, a lot of people don't know how to do prompt engineering. They don't know how to even build a custom GPT correctly. Megan in the community has been a rock star, pretty much teaching us how to do Markdown, how to do attach the knowledge files. I just launched a new custom GPT called Board of Advisors. It's in the community. You guys could build your own, but if you look at the prompt of the complexity that goes through in depth of like building one, and I'll give you a case study today. I was working with a member in the community because I do one-on-one coaching. Dara, she's a medical device sales rep. She gets she spends 10 hours every single week converting PDF scanned purchase orders, and she has to convert that manually into a invoice, and it takes 10-20 hours a week just to do that function alone. And so what we did, I used custom GPT and we worked through like the steps we needed. So basically, what it does is it will detect the products that she sells. It will also calculate the sales tax that she needed to. That's her own private markup for the sales tax, and then it will generate not only the invoice, but we even got it to the point where it even adds the logo in the format, stylize it the way the logo in the invoice that blew my mind. I was like, here's the image, use the image, here it is. Here's an example of what we wanted. We've gone through like a good eight to 10 revisions of that. But that tool for that sale for her whole industry, there is nothing out there that like no SaaS product that solves that problem. So all the reps that are out there in that role have to do that manually. Exactly. So then you take it a step farther. She needs a system tracking everything. So she has all the orders. She has thousands of dollars in unpaid invoices because she has no system to track them. So then we went the next step. We built a Notion database, and in that Notion database, she can upload all the files and then keep track of the status, invoice created, invoice paid out, paid. So now she has a Notion tracking database for it. There's nothing like this for all of the reps in the industry. Her and her team has to send her multiple emails with the files, back and forth with emails. With Notion, it also has the ability to do forms. So she built a form for her for data entry and then a form for her team to fill it out. So it bypasses the email, goes straight into the Notion database. The files aren't saved on the computer, scattered around everywhere. So now that if we take 20 times 4 and then take that times 12, so that's 960 hours back into her life, just from that one tool. So then we're going to productize it. So then she's going to hopefully sell it for $497, both the Notion template and the custom GPT to all her peers and competitors. And if we take just her hourly rates, let's just take all that and then times, let's say $100 an hour. So 20 hours a week in work, annualized 960 hours, take it roughly, her hourly rate is $100 an hour. That's $96,000 a year in savings, just because we know how to use custom GPTs and Notion, because they can't build a solution out there. And it's like, that's an amazing case study. And she's crying as far as like how much like this helps her, like being able to not have to, because it's a pain, stress, it's all manual, she's not tech savvy in any way. And so this solution will help someone, but it comes from the skill sets of doing custom GPTs, right, and all the stuff that we have in the course. And then second is how to set up a Notion database. So that's where it's like, I don't see
just keep innovating.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a step further.
Because it's basically a full software app that we built. It's like you're just building an app that takes an input and standardizes an output, but there's no product on the market that does that. And it's just learning how to do in custom GPTs. Again, one is an advisor, we built a tool. What I just launched today, the board advisors, that's an advisor GPT. So there's such a knowledge and skill gap that there's no courses that teach custom GPTs this level. There's no people aren't even building this complexity level of GPTs, which is another level. Hey, Roaring. Morning. So
well, my custom GPT is not as complex as that, but so it's in the program, and I call it Coach G, and it basically helps to be an accountability buddy for someone that's joining the course. So the course has step-by-step video guidance from me. I created like 11 videos that guides them through this process that helped me and helped many others to lose weight. And so step-by-step video guidance, and then I do monthly Q&As, and the community, like right now I am on content creator that uses Go High Level, but I am considering moving like to Kajabi or now even Circle, because you mentioned it. And then along with the course is also the Coach G, and so I've trained it specifically on this method of the guidelines of how I learned how to eat one meal a day and all the benefits that come along with that, not just weight loss, but also improving mental cognition and stuff like that. And yeah, so I trained it completely on the method and the guidelines. So it's an extra feature right now because this is a launch. I have everything included in the course when you get it, but eventually for that to be able to be an upsell. Yeah, but now I feel a bit silly mentioning the custom GPT because the one that you mentioned is so complex and everything. I
just using it. Mm-hmm. You're good.
Yeah, and train it to be an accountability. It gives people recipes based on eating. Gives people recipes, eating strategies, how to deal with cravings. Like you can take, you can log your weight on there, and you can take pictures, progress pictures. We'll give you feedback on progress pictures and food. It can also roughly calculate your calories. Not that you need to worry about calories with this particular method, but when you get a bit more advanced, you can start to think about calories and yeah. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous because I'm new and everyone's so smart.
No, trust me when I say, like, everyone in the room has the concept of like, oh my God, I'm so far behind. I have a lot to get, like, trust. And we're all figuring it out. We're all at different levels and we all have different industries and with different specialties. There's no need to like learn everything in the community, but it's learn at your own pace. And it's more what I would say is just the commitment to showing up weekly. Because on the calls or from the posts, you'll learn one new thing every day that will move you more far advanced. So you're in the right place. Trust, like, everyone is at different levels, and like, and the really main thing that we all do is just share tips, share resources, help out as much as we can, because what we give, we get back so much more, and we're all in the same goal. We're all trying to build online businesses, trying to figure out where are the best tools, how do we get leads, how do we do content, how do we automate our business, and so forth. So yeah, you're in the right place.
Also on the right path with that custom GPT. Does that all sound like a good idea?
Yeah. So I would just you could do I don't know I think you could just do, if you sign up for Circle, you could get paywalls so people could pay and log in. So you just need a link tree in your bio, basically. That's your whole funnel, and then do content. If you go through the social media marketing course, it will show you how to find content that does really well related to your niche. For example, like fasting. If you type fasting in TikTok, you'll find a ton of creators, and you're just replicating the videos that get 100, 500,000, or even 1 million views. Copy those, and that's your content strategy. How I got to where I am is posting 3 times a day and going live once a day and keeping that discipline. I've eased off now instead of posting, because now I can have TikTok ads running. So it's like I have the ad campaigns doing my content, so I don't have to worry about that. But then the other side is I still commit to doing the live streams, and the sales are in the live streams. That's how you nurture your relationships, how they follow you, get to know you, and then some period of value, or like some period of time, you'll have some irresistible offer. Like for me, it's your first 30 days in the community for just $1, and then it goes up to $99 a month. But that's such an irresistible offer that there's no friction for people that, if you're on the fence, to just join, basically. So that's how, and my game only is I just have to show up consistently every day online, do the ads or through the live streams. That's my marketing from there to start off.
Yeah, and you were doing an amazing job with that, by the way. Like, very inspiring.
I tell people, copy what I do. Copy everything that I do. The tools I use, the workflow that I use, everything, I'm like, copy me. Whatever I could do to get you guys a little far ahead. And that's the big thing, is just show up to events, ask the questions, share tips in your niche. And because that's the great thing also about the community, is that everyone is a specialist in their own domain, not just AI, completely outside of AI. So what you guys bring also on top of AI, your wealth and your experience, especially say, for example, your niche, that's going to bring a ton of value to members that are curious about that, that want to learn more and stuff like that. Like people want to learn about NAN and Make.com from Josh, and how to do content automation because he's far ahead, how to do video generation from Sid, how to do software development and get their app built from David. So it's like slowly that's, yeah.
Well, thanks so much. I got to take my lead because I got to take my family to the park and they're all waiting.
I know, they're like, what are you doing? I'm talking to people around the world.
My wife was saying, who are you talking to?
Yeah. But your family, welcome, Gerald, truly.
Thank you so much. I'll see you at the next one.
Definitely enjoy the park with your family.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
And that's the great thing too, we're global. Like this is global. Like he's in Australia. It's like if it wasn't for the time differences, that's one of the biggest things. But yeah, we're all connected globally through the app to help connect, share, one giant mastermind, really. In the UK, Sarah's in the UK. Yeah, this is very, very big thing.
New thing on NAN called the Think tool, and apparently when you have your item go into it, it will analyze your data and make sure that the structure of your data comes out of it the other side more structured. So, like if you're using an AI agent and you have potential for it to hallucinate, you can put a think on the other side, and it will make sure that the structure and everything comes out correctly. Because I know that I've heard in videos when you have like stacks or really, really long NANs. I don't know if you've ran into this, Josh. I just know I've heard people talk about it. We have really, really big NANs. Sometimes a hallucination or things, data will sometimes get messed up when you do a lot of them. If something's not exactly right all the way through every single time, if you don't have the exact prompting right, if you're like putting stuff through AI correctly. So you can make sure there's a think behind it, will make it actually more contextually think, versus if the AI you're using doesn't have the contextual ability to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, funny story about that, actually. In the early days of my social media automation, I just copied a Facebook prompt for a social media copyright, a social media post writer that I liked and just wanted to see what it did. Well, part of the prompt was to use personal anecdotes. And because I didn't take the time to give this agent a knowledge base of, who I am, what my experience is, it started just telling random stories of things that I never did. and I randomly, honestly, I just let it go for a couple of weeks like that, just because I wanted to see what it would do. And also because I'm a busy guy. I work 75 hours a week at 2 day jobs. I just didn't have time to fix it at the time. So I kind of just let it go. But yeah, absolutely. Hallucinations are a thing. I think you should be looking at the output of the AI pretty always. To make sure, it doesn't say something wrong that you could be accountable for later.
Yeah, and that's why they added this new Think tool, so that you can actually have it more deeply contextually look at the data that comes out and analyze it to make sure that you want it correct. It actually, the example on NAN for the tool is that riddle where it's like, Josh is married to Joe, which is the brother of blah, which is da da da. It's like, one of those kind of riddles, and it's like the different ages. And it's like, in the end, who is the person that's the brother or the sister of blah blah blah. And it can go through and it figures it out. And I'm like,
Wow.
okay, this thing is going to really be able to help when the context comes out. Look at your output and make sure it's correct, because it'll take a little time for it to figure it out, but it'll be able to analyze to make sure it gets you the answer you want. So I was like, this is going to be a real big game changer for intent.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, on that note, if you guys want a good YouTube watch, check out why everyone suddenly believes in AGI by 2027. It's on YouTube, and it covers thought experiments like this. In fact, that was where I learned about humanity's final test for AI. They've toiled on this benchmark test that finally we can't build an AI that can complete it yet. It's a 3,000 question test, and so far our current models are scoring 26%, and our leading AI researchers don't think we can design a harder test, so we'll have to see how it does.
What was that topic again?
Why everyone suddenly believes in AGI by 2027.
I found Circle has a chat feature like Zoom, so if you look in the chat comments in the app, I just added it. I'm also learning how to use this app, but yeah, found the video. Gotcha.
Oh, you found it. Awesome.
I'll post it and then share and then tag you.
Yeah. Anyway, I do apologize if I look like I'm looking away from the screen.
Are you kidding?
It's because I'm multitasking on that legal AI safety paper I just talked about in the community. Still, if anyone wants to chat, just say my name. I'm sure I'll snap out of it.
Think of this also too. Is Sharon has done this. We all work late at night, and this is me, Sharon, and we used to be Dennis and Tom. We would have late night work sessions where we would work on our projects, and then if you had a question, comment, or just thought out there, like people could jump in and out and stuff like that. So it's like this is, I don't know what to call it, like a hackathon or like a work session or something like that. But yeah, and then I'm testing Circle's live stream capabilities, which is interesting. So I'm trying to see. I like it notified everyone. It's like really cool.
No, I understand what you're saying, Josh. That's why it looks like I'm looking up, because y'all are all on my second monitor that's above my first monitor. So I have two ultra wides, so it's like having two 19 inches.
Oh, nice.
So that's why, yeah.
Nice.
When I built my custom 10 years ago, I made sure to get two ultra wides. So they're 2,500 by what the other way is. But anyways, it's like two 19 inches in one. They're just flat. They're not curves. I went cheap, but the amount of space, and as a developer, I can get my files. I can then get, if you've seen any of my videos, I can get my files over here. I can get my code. I can get my debugger over here. I can get all my stuff in space without it squished. I can put so much more real estate width-wise. It just works better. And then I have my website with my debugger over here, and it's like having two websites open, and I can have it wide enough that I can see everything. So, and once you go ultra wide and you have all those pieces where you can see them wide enough where they're not like tight, it's just hard to use a regular monitor again. But yeah, that's why you're looking at my chin, because I'm looking at y'all on the top monitor while I'm working on the bottom one. But I did get my NAN to work today. The whole flow works.
Nice.
Actually, the JSON is coming out that I need to send to Notion. I'm just now have to get that to go into the API call, and then I'm having to make sure to have it match up with which API call it has to go to. So the AI agent part is working now. the JSON comes out. So now I'm just making sure that it's mapped. I got to make sure it's mapped right to pick which API call to do. So the whole flow,
Sick.
I finally got it working. But I had a huge tragedy Friday and yesterday. So,
Sorry.
anyways, my code kept going backwards. My whole NAN crashed. So I ended up having to rebuild it from the ground up because I needed to use encryption because I didn't want to send keys from Superbase to my NAN unencrypted because I didn't want middleman attacks. So I'm encrypting all the data from Superbase to my NAN, and there is no encryption module built into NAN. So I had to I had to spin up a second Docker sitting beside my NAN that was on the same local network so that then NAN could call the other Docker to unencrypt all the keys, and then the key that unlocks them both sits on Superbase and on my NAN. So I had to rebuild my whole Docker setup, which messed up my whole NAN. So anyways, I had to rebuild it from the ground up. Yeah.
Side tangent. I want to do like a Windows virtual management system or something like that, so I can run TikTok Studio, which only runs on PC, on my Mac. I know there's like 2 that are out there. Do you recommend any that are? I don't know if you know of any, because I know there's 2, and I could definitely download and try them out. I was just saying only if you had a preference. If not, I'm just gonna Google and try it.
I have not heard of any person using any particular one.
Cool.
To go any particular way in that direction.
Cool.
Yeah, I've used Wine in the past. It was okay.
What's that called?
Wine.
Okay, Wine.
W-I-N-E.
Sweet.
I've heard of that one. That's a pretty good one. I've heard of that one running on the Linux side. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard of that one. It's pretty good. It's been around a long time.
That's
People
what the
that are on
community.
Linux wanting to play PC games. Yeah.
Oh, I can play PC games too. Oh, sick. There's some PC games I can't play on Mac, and I'm like, dang. Okay, cool.
Yeah, the compatibility, as of just a couple years ago, got pretty good. So, from what I heard, so it probably is a lot better now. So.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that way I could eliminate my phone, and then I could live stream TikTok to my computer, because I'm still banned for saying bad words. Please don't say bad words when you live stream. Trust me, if you lose the Streamlabs, I'm like, what? I just got my ad account approved today. By the way, it does. If you get your when you run TikTok ads, which by the way are a lot cheaper and they actually convert a lot better than like FB or Insta. If you don't want to do like if you don't want to rely on content for your lead gen, basically, and you could spend $800 plus a month minimally, then I would go the TikTok ad route. Just know that if you do it through, they'll ask for business verification. Sometimes what I noticed, you have to submit a ticket to get a rep look at your file to then approve it, and that took like 3-4 days. But finally my ad account was approved, and I was like, because if you go in the forums, it's an act of God to basically trying to do. Documents will always be not right, but compared to, because I've been running INSTA and FB ads, they're almost 3 times more expensive right now than TikTok ads. So especially for lead gens, so highly recommend. So if you want to play the 3 times post a day game, run one irresistible ad. And then I use Zapier. So if they fill out the form on the ad, it's just ask for their email. Then Zapier takes them, put them in a kit email sequence, and then from there the email sequence is like a 30-day sequence that just warms them up to then pitch them whatever your low ticket offer, basically irresistible offer. That's going to be working on autopilot, which I highly recommend. Excuse me.
Nice.
I'm excited. I got it approved. I want to cry. What's new in your world, Warren?
I like solving problems as part of my thing. So just that little thing, that post that Natalie did about scraping and transcribing all those videos. And I know there's tools out there, but when I've tried them in the past, they never really do what you want to do in the way you want to do it. So yesterday I used a combination of AIs, ChatGPT, etc., and my brain, and basically produced, it's hosted locally, but a proper interface for scraping videos. But what it does, it gets transcripts or transcribes them, puts them into a combined file. So you should just upload the whole text file into one of your other AIs, I think she was talking about, but also it breaks them all down into individual text files as well. But it strips out all the transcoding, duplicates, which you tend to get in it as well, but with a nice little front end on it. So that's what I spent today doing. I mean, totally balmy really, because I could have been focused on something else, but it also helped me in terms of using the tools and seeing which ones cooked it in terms of the way I wanted it to go as well. I was quite pleased at the end of it. It's a nice little UI tool. What else did it do? Also, because of the numbers, I wanted it so that if for some reason the connection broke or something happened between it, it'll do a resume as well. So if you've got to like 490 and something went wrong, you just press resume and it'll go back, check if it's already downloaded them, and continue with it. So that was a bit of a win yesterday.
Nice. Super unique. Yeah. I saw that post where she was a very interesting challenge that she's doing, working with small businesses to basically put together a content strategy of what's the best viral posts, what makes especially for the niche and stuff like that, and then scraping. Apollo's very interesting too, and then trying to get all that to automate as well. Let's see if I see any
totally.
people.
Yes, so for me it's probably a bit old school in a way, but it was the fact it's got APIs in it and all sorts. It really went deep into it just because it was a challenge really. So initially I did it on the Saturday just with like a terminal and messing about, but then I ended up putting it into something that you could potentially, just let someone log into it and just transcribe away really. So that was what I did. But I need to focus on my content, or I'll get some paid ads rocking at some point anyway. I've been doing that as well. I've been putting content out there. And my brother's back today, so I'll give him a few days to acclimatise. I'll have a chat with him about stuff as well. I've got a meeting with him later on. He's been over in Thailand to see his lad who's been working out there with his wife.
Nice. How's, because you also build a custom GPT for your like estimating or quotes or something. You built a custom.
Yeah, it works really well. So with it another week. The beauty is, I used to say went to a customer's house and I sort of had a rough idea, but then they'd ask for something a bit specific, and you sort of leave them, and it'd normally take me, because I'm so busy, it'd probably take me a couple of days to get back to them and say it's this. Whereas now, even with my phone, I can just go right. Take me happy with it as well anyway, but I can just go and it'll give me a rough idea. It'll give me exactly the right price, to be honest with you. But I can gauge then and say, well, it's looking at, this amount of money, but I need to confirm it with you. But literally, at the moment, I just want to triple check, in case it hallucinates and I end up either charging them too much or do yourself out of money. But there's a customer last week who wanted 3 different options. And normally it's a bit of a pain that, but the way it worked with it took no time at all just to do the several. So it's like a low ticket, medium ticket, and high ticket price depending on what they wanted. So it saves so much time. It's just a simple GPT compared to what you were talking about before. But that's just the power of it at the moment, isn't it? Tripping away at these things so that you have more time to do other stuff, like mess around making Natalie's thing that you might not want.
Other challenges to take your brain off of, like, because those are fun, because in a sense it's like it pushes the boundaries of like, oh, I didn't think that was possible, or I didn't know it was possible. Like working with Dara today doing the invoice generator, really pushed everything I had as far as custom GPT skills. And I had to secretly, and my brain was like, I don't know if this is possible. And then outside, I'm like, yeah, let's try it out. Let's just see. And I went through it and I was like, can it do it? Can it do it? And it did it. I was like, oh, we're barely scratching the surface of custom GPTs of what's possible. Of like, because we haven't even got into like actions, which is a whole nother level to your GPT to fetch information, to then output information to Zapier or Make.com workflows or NAN workflows and stuff like that. Like, we're barely scratching the surface of what's possible with GPTs. And again, I still believe it's either advisors, some consultant, or a tool. And what I was able to build natural language, work through the steps, that blew my mind. And again, credit to Megan for teaching us Markdown. That now is a thing that I'll put in. Preston did a video post, a TikTok post a few days ago where he went to a Y Combinator interview. Now I'll share the video too. Where they're like, hey, custom GPTs are a whole nother level. They're doing this thing called Markdown and XML. He goes, my prompting pales in comparison to what that is. And I looked at the comments, I was like, oh, that's Markdown. We know that from Megan. We've been doing that for a while. But they go much deeper into the syntax of it, and that's the better, proper language to basically organize the information for custom GPTs to have them do what you want them to do. And so it's exciting to see the evolution of that.
Yeah, totally. It's like, I think one of the keys is with the tools. It's a bit like I mentioned a while ago, Notebook LM, but that little prompt thing you've got, you can really make it do what you want to do with it. You know, the little, when you go to do the podcast, you can really put those instructions in. I know you shared one regarding the NERS prompt, but there's all sorts of things you can do in there. And it's like any of these, once you get to know what's under the hood, they're more powerful than you think. You know, that sort of meme around, people just think ChatGPT's for searching or whatever. They're so powerful. But what I found yesterday was, after a bit, ChatGPT would start, as if it like got bored. That's basically it didn't, but that's what it felt like. So then I was jumping into Grok, because I've got Grok as well. Jumping to Grok, but I find that was too verbatim in the end, because I got used to using ChatGPT and the way that was working. It was like, just give me this, just give me the next step. Don't give me eight pages of stuff. And then going into, what was the other one as well? The one yours banged on about as well. Yeah, anyway, I was just flipping between those and even a bit of DeepSeek, because none of them I found they were giving me little bits, but they weren't fully there yet. So jumping about and going back, but my sort of workhorse tended to be ChatGPT. So I'd go into Grok, get some information from there, then go back into ChatGPT and continue with it. And then it seemed to sort of get rid of its mind fog, and then we moved on again. So it's just a thing really about, I'm not sure yet whether one AI model or one LLM has got it all in it, and it's about jumping around, in my experience anyway. But that's how my brain works, so it doesn't really bother me.
Definitely. We're barely scratching the surface of what's possible with these tools. Like, we had a great interview last night with Christian Clark. I'm trying to recruit him. He eventually will. We went till like 3 a.m. last night. Well, yeah, 3 a.m. It was a 4-hour live stream that went deep. And the key highlights I really want to share was that all software developers are cooked. And if you want to take the next evolution of the skill set to really master, and Sharon posted this with Sabrina Romanoff's post as well today too, the trend is invest in skill sets and playing with Claude code, not Cursor, not Lovable, Claude code, because Claude code can help you build whatever apps, tools, functions, evolutions of a custom GPT, lightweight front apps, because I was doing lightweight front apps with just HTML, CSS, and JavaScript from Gemini, doing it just in Claude code because the context window is getting larger. It's way more accurate than any of the other tools. That is the next evolution of where you want to invest your AI technical skills, as far as building apps with no code fundamentally is that, because it's now so powerful. We're gonna go deep into. My goal at the end of this month is to do a GenSpark course, and then we're gonna get into Claude Code next month as far as a deep dive into those two tools that have, like, learn these skills. They're gonna help you really evolve your custom GPTs, or to build tools easily for what you want to automate, streamline, accomplish, and stuff like that. That was one of his biggest things that he shared. And then he shared also too the apocalypse of websites, and now moving into agentic, or wait, I can't remember the term off the top of my head. Generative search engine optimization, something like that. There's an acronym for that. It's like meaning instead of SEO, your business can now get ranked in ChatGPT, and they've now proven that within less than a week, you can prompt ChatGPT, and then a week later get your business and blogs and context and information ranked in ChatGPT's search query, basically. So that's going to be the next evolution. So your websites, most websites are going to die. They need to be optimized on that level, but that's going to be the next game for discoverability, a big thing.
See, my problem is I have these ideas because I was thinking about this only a month ago. That's the way forward. You could see which way it was going to go, but it's then how you actually do that. That's the key, isn't it? So I have the ideas about this is the way it's going to go. Search engine a bit thing in the past. You see the way that when you use these tools, they're doing it in a total different way. So it's about how do you put that into your probably like Markdown into your current existing sites. How do you do it so that now you come out number one? Yeah, because that is everyone's dream in terms of Google, isn't it? Even for you, like Jonathan, you're watching that, AI search, and it just comes up with your name all the time, which is pretty much doing on TikTok at the moment anyway, isn't it?
Yeah. BG on the it calls it GEO. That's what it is, GEO, which is search, generative AI search and
generative ranking optimization.
GRO, is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice. That's a thing.
So I'm using the app on the iPhone, so I can just see stuff from the app. I couldn't see myself. I didn't realise I couldn't see the little dot. Just swipe right. You probably do anyway. I can see you all now. It was a bit disconcerting when you can't see your own face. So that's why you probably see up here all the time. So sorry about that.
Wait. What did you do?
Swipe right.
Okay, swipe right, because Monica came in. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's no little dots to tell me what to. You can do anything there. It's just like 4 buttons at the bottom. So basically, I just swipe left.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the desktop, it shows them all.
Yeah, Monica came in on mobile, and I'm learning. I can't see both chat and. So in order for you guys to actually show up on the screen, I actually have to invite you as a co-host. So it's an extra step for me, but I need to monitor 2 things: an invite list to invite you. Oh, there's Reshma. Nice. She's in the community now. Yes. And then second, the chat screen. It won't let me do both at the same time. So for me, so that's why I was like, "There's a hi, Reshma."
Hi.
And you got video. Let's go.
So gotta get them doing stuff.
I know. Good morning for your
Good
day.
morning. I was listening to you live and I was finishing up some work.
Beautiful. Yeah, you have access. This is a test for me. Also learn how Circle does live stream, which we have more members on the Circle live stream than YT and TikTok. So this is awesome. So for me learning.
Yeah, I wish I would have been on that one last night. I chose not to because I had my head buried in the sand so much trying to not go backwards on my programming, because every time I touched something, my programming was going backwards because AI kept breaking myself. And so then I'd have to fix it and break more stuff. And I'd go try to fix it and break more stuff. So I was constantly trying to fix what it was breaking the last 2 days. So I wish I would have been on there, because I agree with you. Programmers, now let me phrase this, start with this phrase, and then I'll continue. Programming for programmers is dead in the sense of coding directly. I agree with that statement.
Yeah.
However, that knowledge is very, very critical to still need. And the reason why is, for example, I have more people asking me to do work in 25 years of my career for helping people fix just Lovable
Yeah.
than I have in 25 years of people wanting me to do client work. I've been trying to get this many clients in 25 years, and I have not had this many people want to have me fix stuff. And I'm not even writing code, I'm prompting to fix stuff. And it's because I know how to properly prompt it. I know by looking at the code what needs to be fixed. And so I'm able to get the problem solved. Now, it's not always correct because it hallucinates, like what I've ran into my own issue the last day or two. But the difference is engineers will understand how it works, so we should, in most cases, know how to properly prompt it to fix those problems. And that's going to be the difference. Engineers' jobs will switch from actually coding and building it to being able to understand the structure and how these things work to actually properly building it. Now, I will say this to anybody that uses Lovable, be aware that when you're prompting it, if you do not put this in your prompts, you might have security issues. Lovable writes all its super base SQL code in React. So that can be a security issue. So when you're building Lovable applications, you need to make sure to tell it to write all your get inputs, put all your SQL statements, basically all your database stuff in edge functions in Superbase, because otherwise all your SQL is there and they can be injected, which means people can put stuff in the database and do all kinds of bad things. That is like, those are knowledge things developers know to make your platform better, how to set up cookies, how to, all these different levels of securities and things that we understand how these systems work. And so that's one of the things I've been doing for the 3 or 4 people I've been working with that they didn't know. I've been able to prompt the system, clean all that up, and then also be able to help them fix the problems that they currently have, and then help it continue to address other issues that they might not be aware of. And even go in the code when Lovable is hallucinating and manually fix problems by looking at the code and being like, hey, this isn't secure. This is not in the right place. You need to go to this page and fix this particular problem because I understand how the code should be wrote. I don't know why you're writing it that way. So still coding is still going to be very important because of needing the knowledge of what these things are writing and making sure it's written correctly until they get to a point where they're writing it better. But even then, I think the knowledge will be good to have.
Can you put that in the chat? It's a Superbase Edge what?
Yeah, I can put it in there.
I gotcha. I'll move it.
And I think, David, what you should also do is probably, I don't know if you're doing the course, but probably do a course like how to wipe code better, like so that how to use any of the coding applications to code better and how to wipe code better. This because a lot of people are requiring wipe coders these days, and all of these people will have a problem. And having such a community would actually just not only improve your income, and that will also be a constant mentor reference that comes back from all of these places, because you will get quite a bit of advices. Because even now for me as well, I wanted to create something on an app. My biggest challenge that I faced was I don't know how, even if there is ChatGPT, I really don't know how to prompt it correctly in a manner where I want you to create the front end, I want to create the back end, I want to create the database. These are the 3 things I know. But apart from this, like the other day, Chris was telling, you need to put in the analytics, you need to put in the security base of it, you need to put in the port openings and the network part of it. That part I don't know. How do I test it? How do I run stimulated test? How can I do that? That I don't know. So what should be the step-by-step process of it? And then let a person go through a process of creating a product and going through all this just to get a final product out. There is somebody from India who's doing it very similarly,
Gotcha.
taking it to market.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've started just kind of mentioning it to people just because I don't want anybody to have security issues, and I agree that I need to write an article on it because so many people are building Unlovable and don't even realize it's a security problem that it needs to be addressed. And so I'm just making sure that people that I know are building on them are making sure that they know they need to put a prompt of this style in there. So I'm still editing the prompt a little bit. I'm just reading through it, but mostly something in that manner where you're just telling Superbase, when you're prompting level, hey, make sure all my Superbase code, get, post, puts, and deletes are in edge functions on the Superbase side for security reasons, and then you can write the rest of your stuff. That way it knows if it's doing anything in the database or writing any of your communication to the Superbase side, it's going to use it as edge functions and then not have any of your SQL in there.
Yeah.
I tried yesterday, from what Chris told about the website, I tried implementing that yesterday on Cloud Opus. I wasn't able to do it. I think I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah, it's just trying. We're all pushing the boundaries of AI tools to see what's possible, what's not possible. I'm not gonna lie, like the stuff we are all working on right now is so cutting edge. I'm so excited for everyone, and like these are the conversations they're not gonna find in newsletters, not gonna find in YouTube videos, and then we have that's the more value of the community is the wealth of the expertise too, that you can ask the question and get that help, because especially for Warren sharing wine right now for me to look into to solve that problem, like that's an amazing thing. Is so like very excited, and I'm downloading we did a 5-hour podcast last night with Christian. me and Reshma and Christian did a 5-hour podcast last night till like 4 a.m.
Wow.
I was up just as long as
You tried.
So I could have been there listening the whole time, but I was, like I said, I was so buried trying to.
Right.
I'm gonna get this. I'm not going to sleep till I get this done. I was like, I'm gonna get this thing done.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it into an audio podcast, put it on the YouTube channel, transcribe it using Notebook LM, and then post it in the community in our forum, because that's a lot of that. Because I was talking to Dara today too. Is like that's what at least TikTok is slowly evolving into. Is basically it's a late night talk show. Think Jay Leno, think David Letterman, where basically I invite influential people on. They can share their expertise, their insights of especially where AI is at and where it's going, so that we can all stay up to date, because that to me is amazing. So right now I'm downloading it from the TikTok live, because TikTok doesn't you can't see people's live stream history or like live stream replays kind of thing. So it's like
No, you can.
Oh,
go
where?
to live. Go to settings and privacy, and
Oh.
under that there is this option of live.
But if I'm the account holder, if other people can.
No, others can't, unless and until you add them as a moderator and you give them a share of access to your live.
Yeah, that's the moderator. That's the thing, is like if they're not moderator, if they're not the. So I'm like, okay, cool. Kind of. I was like, it's a 5-hour podcast.
You can download the whole replay down, and you will not get the comments, but you can
That's cool.
get the whole conversations.
Yeah, it's downloading right now. It's processing. I'm just content curator.
You're on TikTok desktop, right?
I have a Mac, so they don't have TikTok desktop for Mac. That's why I asked Warren, and Warren shared this app called Wine, so that I can do a Windows virtual environment, and then I could download TikTok desktop and then live stream solely from my computer. That's my goal. that would be so much better.
The other idea is if Line takes too much RAM or CPU on your computer.
If you wanted to just rebroadcast it, there is another easy option. You go to TikTok on your mobile phone and you do the same thing as a replay. It's one click away.
Maybe I could do TikTok. Maybe I could do it for my account.
Go to from your mobile phone itself, you can do. Sorry, David. From your mobile phone itself, you can do a replay. You can do a replay, and you can schedule that as well.
Okay. I'll try that on the mobile. I'm live streaming right now, but I'll definitely try that, Reshma. Definitely.
You go to lives, and under lives, you will find this live history, I believe it is called. 1 second, let me just check. And then you can do live. So under settings privacy, and you go to live as an option, and then you can do live replays. And the last live, you can actually choose the bigger one, and you can actually replay it all over again.
Nice.
You can download it, you can replay it, and you can schedule that as well.
Nice. That will help a lot because relying on desktop is so hard. But yeah,
it will take a lot more space and time than too many applications.
Yeah, I'm doing it manually kind of thing, so that's gonna help a lot. Nice. That's what the mastermind's about. No, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Have you done your outbound yet? Pricing outbound?
No.
It's Sunday. What are we talking about? So it's like we're all here working on a Sunday. I mean, it's Sarah's anniversary, and your hubby's like, "I'm going to bed." He's like,
"It's my only day off, Jonathan. I got to."
I know, this is our only quiet time to get ahead right now. Yes, I'm working on funnels and invoices and content and ads. So yeah. That's the game. Oh wait, you got boot and I'll circle.
Circle. She just sent that on the TikTok.
Yep, I see it.
Okay. I have both up.
I know, it's like I have both of them, and then I'm like, oh, switch, and then.
Yeah, mine's open all the time too. I try to check it over.
And check here. So then if we do this, and it's like, yeah, Reshma, join back in, and then that way. Because also trying to see like how to circle, do his whole live streaming. It's kind of interesting because then you're not dependent on TikTok or YT. It's actually really cool. Sweet.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, because I'm using that in one of the platforms I'm building currently. I found out you can do in-browser video and audio. It just has to have permission to do it, and you can record and all that. The streaming side, you got to have a streaming service behind it. But for just video and recording and stuff, it's all built into Chrome. So
nice.
And I just learned how you can record actions in Chrome that I never knew about. That kind of blew my mind. But you can record green. I know Jonathan said the Control 5 on Mac.
Command Shift 5, yeah.
Mine. Sorry. So mine must be.
I got booted up.
Welcome back.
Is that why? Because mine's Intel.
Wait, the Command Shift 5, say again?
It won't do it. It does nothing.
Desktop or laptop?
Desktop, my MacBook Pro.
Yeah, Intel. It's
Intel.
I think it's the M1 chip that has the Command Shift 5 kind of thing. That's like, and you have a mobile setup, if I'm not when I'm. Yeah, that's something unique. I was like, it's not a green screen that you're changing different locations. I was like, you got a whole mobile station. I was like, that's brilliant. I was like, I love that. So it works out.
But David, you can record with Chrome, like the screen itself, like Loom.
I'm actually gonna cancel my.
You can make a Chrome extension that will record your whole screen. What I was talking about is built into Chrome, you can actually, like, each of the individual, you can set up a video and have a button, and it can actually record, like, a video from your webcam. And the volume.
Okay. Gotcha. So did you see, you probably know how to record the actions.
When you said that, I was like, I might have heard of that before, but
it is so cool. I was blown away. So if you go to like the little 3 dots on the right, and then go to developer, more tools, developer, more tools again, and then record, it records whatever action you take after that.
Oh, okay, and it follows along with what you did. So
yeah, like what you can do in Photoshop, and like it'll follow, like you hit that button, play, and it repeats this exact whatever you did. Go to the website,
Developer tools.
opening a thing, whatever.
So like a mini macro. That's cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Because I've gotten macros for Chrome before, but it's cool they got that built in through the DevTools. No, I didn't know that was there. That's cool.
Wait, I don't know. DevTools. So that, and then like view source.
Tools, and then recording.
And then
and then DevTools, and then
DevTools.
Then at the very top, tippy top,
has
the recorder. If it doesn't show the recorder, you go to the 3 dots again, and then go to more tools again, and then you'll see recorder.
Okay, and then recorder, and then start recording, and then recording.
And record your actions.
That's an Easter egg. That is such an Easter egg. New neurons connecting, because I was like, oh, sick. That's awesome. Wow.
Screen recording, right, Sarah?
What's that?
Is this screen recording, correct?
No, it records your actual action, like a macro. Like David said, like you can record the whole action. So if you do like 4 different mouse clicks and you want it to do it in 1 click, you record it and then you hit play, and it'll do it again. It'll repeat it.
Oh, okay. This is in Mac you can do?
No, it's in Chrome.
In Chrome, I'm like, what? So then it saves it to your desktop, basically, like a video file.
I don't know where it saves it, because I just hit play afterward, and I was like, oh, so I don't know where it saves it.
Okay.
David will know, but I know you can do it in Photoshop, where you build a little macro where you're doing things repeatedly. Sid knows what I'm talking about there, but I never knew that Chrome had it kind of hidden, really hidden.
Wow. That's new. That's novel. Dope. I love this community.
I don't know if you guys have a stream deck, a little stream deck. They do. I think on TikTok Shop you get sort of OEM versions now, but it's just a little. You get larger ones with buttons. But I've had one of them for years, and that's absolutely brilliant. So if you think of what Sarah was saying there about your macros, you could then assign a button to that, and then pressing it would do that on a button. So I use it for all sorts of things, volume up, volume down. You can do all sorts, especially for live streaming. You can do them for in terms of OBS, you can set it up to do your title screen, other things. Yeah,
I use
so
Stream Deck all
if
the
you've not
time.
got one of those, brilliant.
Yeah,
I
I've
think
never
that
used
Jonathan, I don't think he's got one yet. I think it'd be good for Jonathan.
I'm showing the other Sarah.
I love my Stream Deck. I've got the big one because I use it all the time when we're doing live shows, and I'm doing the PowerPoints with that, and then you change the screen to do Zoom functions and change the screen to do, whatever you're using, and then editing. It's super, super helpful.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. But I went for my brother's got the massive one. I got the smaller one. But I just scroll to the two little left and right. So I just go right and have different functions, and you can just keep going. So a bit like on an iPhone, it's a little bit like that. But it's great. And when I'm doing big counts and things, I've got these codes I need to put in. I just press it, and straight away it's like paste it in straight away what you need to do. It's really, really useful.
Yeah, and you can make little GIFs on the buttons. And I think they have a free version that you can just use as a interface. But I didn't know that. They did a big little thing. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Well, that's great. But I say if you record it, if you could then assign it to. I'm not trying to do it yet, but you better assign it to something like a Stream Deck, and you better then press a button and play your macro back out to.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'll have to look into this. I know I came in here recently because I had to do something with the run. I had to. ChatGPT had me doing something that I was needing to do, and I had to use the run command in the DevTools for something. It had me running some kind of command, but I never went over to the tools and went that deep. I know I've also had to go in here and use the. There's one called Task Manager. So like if ever Chrome is using too much memory, or Chrome seems like it's growing in memory over time, and you're wondering why, you can actually go in Chrome, and it's got its own task manager, and you can see every single tab you have open, and it'll show you how much memory every single tab's open, and then you can see which one has the memory leak or which one has the most memory, and kill that particular one. Because what will happen is a lot of times some of these websites that have ads running, every minute or 5 minutes a new ad runs, and then another new ad runs, and another new ad runs, and it's like a memory leak. So if you have that website up, like I leave my computer open for 6 months, and I have Chrome open 2, 3, 4, 500 tabs.
Which is why you had to show us how to nest them.
Right.
That's hack.
I'm not joking. I have anywhere from 100 to 500 tabs open at any given time with 5 to 7 different windows. So sometimes I use around 12 to 20 gigs worth of memory with my Chrome. When I boot up, it starts with about 8 gigs of memory, and I average between about 15 to 20 gigs of memory from just my Chrome.
By the end of the day, your computer's like,
Why? We're gonna do a rocket launch.
My computer actually just crashed right before you.
Like, I can't do this.
Because it was overloaded because I was like using, I think, 25 gigs of memory on Chrome and too many other things. And I was trying to figure out why my computer was like. Because my CPU wasn't heavy loaded. I only was using 55 gigs of my memory out of 64. I was like, I'm not using all the memory. My CPU's not pegged out. There should be no reason my computer is lagging. But apparently it was screaming at me. Apparently it wanted to do a Windows update. So it
how do you nest them again?
How do you see that?
No, how do you nest them again? You know how you taught us how to nest the tabs?
Oh, you right click and it just says add to group. It's like the third one down. It says add tabs to group.
Add tab, new group. Okay.
So just go to the top, and you should be able to right click and just create a group, and then you can drag another one into that group.
Yeah, because I've got like 20 Jens Parks open.
I mean,
That's
one
great.
brand has a different setting.
I didn't know that, Dave. That's great. That. I mean, I still be using Jonathan's Drags to the Right, but like you, I just keep them open. And my sort of biggest fear is when my computer shuts down or I pause it and restart it and they've gone. And I think, oh my god, what was I working on? What was I working on? And then sometimes you get the nice little restore and then they all come back up. But other times you think, oh my god, you've lost your train of thought. So I've been using Notion to actually list them as well, just in case it ever comes. So I think, right, I know where I'm up to now, or where to go. But I like that nested idea, David. Thanks for that.
Well, also if you nest them, like on my main one, what I've done is I've got one called primary, I've got one called finance, I've got one called I now have to even pull it up. I've got my main one called GPTs. I got my domain one. I've got one called hosting stuff. I mean, on another tab, I'll have one called movies. I'll have another one called Minecraft, another one called games. Like when I get a group of 5 or 6 of them, I'll clump them together. Because sometimes I'll have 150 tabs open in one window. And they're so small, you can't see what's in there. I mean,
nested within nested within nested.
Tab inception.
Russian dolls.
Yeah, you need a mind map just to figure out.
Yeah.
I wish you could nest inside a nest. That would be real awesome. I will give one caveat though. If you go and save all the tabs, it will not save your groups. It will not keep up. If you bookmark all the tabs, it will not keep up with when you grouped them. So there probably is a plugin out there that will do that, but bookmarks will not keep up with what you grouped. So just keep that in mind.
Gotcha.
But if you ever do lose in Chrome to restore, if you go to history, it will show each of your windows and how many tabs you had open in that, and you can right click and open that window with all those tabs again. So if your restore thing, if your computer crashes and it comes back up and it doesn't give you the restore when you open Chrome, you can go to history and reopen each of those individually and get all that back, so you don't lose it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say the only time you will lose it, and I have had this happen, the only time you will lose it is if you open Chrome and then you happen to close it and bring it back open again. It can. I have had one case where it did lose them all. Some weird something happened with the history, but I think they've gotten better about that.
Well, and like Jonathan and Sarah is saying in the TikTok, the Command Shift T.
Command Shift T.
That saved my booty so many times since I learned that.
Command Shift T. We're when I go deep into the Mac course, it's gonna have those shortcuts. But also that's why I also teach, especially I teach it in the Notion course, and now I teach it in the TikTok course, where when you do your projects of whatever task that you're working on, is a bullet point, write out the context of what you're working on, or like what the website is that you're working on, ChatGPT conversation, business account information, link to cancel a membership or whatever, and then you highlight and then hyperlink it. Because my goal, especially since working in Silicon Valley, I couldn't do more than like 15 tabs with multiple projects. So my goal was that, because the case strategy was that if I close my laptop or I pour water on my laptop and I lose everything, great, I could go back to that task, and that task has always a bullet list of hyperlinks that are related to that task, and then the task list of what I need to do. And to kind of even show you just a little like case study is like, you could do it in TikTok, you could do this in got it, okay, cool. And then if I do TikTok, because I was working on a file, so if I do this, and then got it, I'm also practicing screen share with this so that you guys, okay, cool. So TikTok, I was working on an affiliate link, and I was like, okay, so this framework, sorry, I can't zoom in. Well, actually, I can kind of just probably take this whole thing and throw it in Notion. But regardless, what's the goal of what you're trying to accomplish? And then bullet points come in 2 points. It's either first, which are links. What are links to websites that you need? It works in Notion. It works in TikTok. And you literally just I call it be kind to your future self. put a lot of keywords and context around what you're trying to describe. Why is this website important for what you're trying to do? And then you hyperlink it. Because for me, I want to be able to shut down my laptop, or if I get a crash or whatever, I could pick up this ticket and and do what I need to, either step 1, step 2. And I notice even when I do a task, hey, sign up for this one affiliate program, hyperlink, and then from this you should be able to do whatever ABC. So I hyperlink everything. Now there's 2 links that are important. There are what I call temporary links related to projects or tasks that you're working on. If they're in that category, you hyperlink them in your whatever your task manager is. It's either going to be TickTick or Notion, fundamentally. The second part is if it's a website you go to over and over and over again, for example, Notion documents, or even any website, banking, Stripe, whatever, like you repeat going over. So those are a different category. Those you actually give to Alfred, which is in the Alfred course, because Alfred allows you to go to a website. I'm just going to pick this one, for example. So I could go to any website that you're forever going to go back to over and over again. Notion documents, bank accounts, anything for your business, and you're like, I need to go back to that website throughout the week, throughout the month, whatever. Then you actually star them in Chrome and you spam them with keywords. Notion course, Notion blah blah blah, Notion documents, blah 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 blah. Because then once you bookmark them, they're now given to Alfred, and in the Alfred course, you press your left pinky twice on shift twice, and Alfred gets summoned, and then Alfred, I'm like, hey Alfred, type DOC, and if you've been there before, Alfred will say, hey, that's a bookmark that I know of, and I have 1,000 bookmarks. I don't organize. I just organize it by keywords, and then I press enter, and Alfred's like, don't worry, I got you. Let me open up Chrome. Let me take you to that website, and there you are. So there's 2 categories: projects that are temporary, which should go into your project management based on if I do, TickTick is probably the best. Then I'm like, hey, I'm working on for example, okay, buy ticket to AI event. I'm like, okay, cool. This, you can use TickTick or you can use Notion as a task manager. But actually, let me go back to this. This is probably a better, for example. I need to do Keen's project. Keen, there's a Notion file. I don't want, but I need to do it. It's a temporary. It's not permanent. So here's a hyperlink. So it's always go the task template always goes, what's the goal? What are you trying to accomplish? What are hyperlinks that you need to go to? And you always you never paste the URL. You always put word context of what you're trying to describe, why you're needed. It's called being kind to your future self. And then you hyperlink it, and then you write the step 1 all the way to step done, meaning step 1, step 2, step 3. And before I ever touch up or start a project or task, I literally take the time to actually write out what is step 1. Oh, I need to finish this course in Glean. Great. And then I need to post it to community. Once that is done and I go to execute, that is off my plate. I won't spend another second thinking about that, and that is now done. For example, TickTick ads. Oh, I need to do all this. Okay, here's the goal. Here's the links. Here's the hyperlinks. Here's the hyperlink. And would you also, there's 2 things that are called references. One are called hyperlinks, which is some website you need to go to for some reason. The second is what I call facts. And facts are things like, hey, what was that support ticket? What's that account ID number? What is that specific blah, blah, blah number that you need? And this is, so then before I even start the task, I need to write what step 1 to step done that I'm like, okay, once I've accomplished those 2 things, they are off my plate. I don't have to spend another second thinking about them. And then you also, in TickTick, you could also add files here. So you dump all the resources here, and then this is now done. That's off my plate. And so that's where I highly recommend go through the TickTick course, because there's two parts. Projects or tasks that you're working on, give it to TickTick, and TickTick is going to teach you how to be more productive and even time blocking. For example, this is a 30-minute task. This is a 45-minute task. So you actually time block the time a lot. This is a 15-minute task. So you actually allot the time, and this syncs with your Google Calendar, which rolls up to your Apple Calendar, so that you can actually block down to the minute of what tasks you need to do. You could get to this level where you have routines, which are brown. They're reoccurring every week. I gotta do. Now, I could always move it. I could always change it, whatever. Blue are meetings I need to physically be at. Green are TickTick tasks that are already time blocked, that already have all the details that I go to. And it's really just these three events. Brown is routines, blue is meetings, and then green is actually work. And most of this is actually in the TickTick course that I teach. So trust, because for me, my goal is, my paranoia is, if my computer crashes, I cannot afford to start over or miss time to lose all my tabs. And I've had that happen in Silicon Valley, where there's investors and they're like, where's our project, where's our work, and you're responsible for millions of dollars of projects, and you're like, oh my god, my Chrome tab's closed, and they're like, Chrome tabs what? Get that done tomorrow 8 a.m. we don't care. And I was like, oh my god. So that's why I developed this framework. Originally it was done in Notion, now you could do it in TickTick, but so that you're not 14 tabs open, because my goal is two parts. One is tab 0, and second is inbox 0 for your email. Because tab 0 means I don't care if I close all my tabs tonight. If I lose all my tabs tonight, I could just pick up my Apple Calendar or TickTick, and I could start executing to say, oh, I need to do TickTick update, or actually do this one, Keen project. Okay, Keen. Hey, Keen, where's that one tab website that I put all the notes? Oh, it's a hyperlink. I click on it, and it takes me exactly to that one specific page that I need to work on to get that one thing. And I do this. I'll show you. This is a client file with Keen in the member. I'm working on a very big project with him. It's going to be a 6-month project. Notice how I have my resources. And resources in Notion could be files, which are like contracts, PDF files. They could be hyperlinks. Where's that hyperlink to that one Google Drive that has the agreement? Where's that hyperlink to YouTube competition? Where's that hyperlink to all his social media profiles? And then facts. What are his hex codes for his color profiles or whatever, for example? And then lastly is checklists. What is step 1 all the way to step done? And what are the details that either need to get done or not done? Because every week I meet with him and I'm like, hey, you need to give me your domain for your website login. Then once that's done, I need to create your TikTok. You need to create your TikTok account, Metrical, and this. So I never stress about work that has to get done or big projects, because takes 2 minutes to just, what is step 1 all the way to step done. It's stored in Notion, so that when it comes to actually build this very big project that I got to build out for him, basically his whole website, funnels, everything, I took the time to not only put what are the steps, what are the facts, and then what are the hyperlinks in the areas when I need them. And the analogy comes from, highly recommend, everyone watch the movie Founder from McDonald's. Highly recommend. If you're a business, watch this movie. There's one.
Great movie.
Yep. And you remember the tennis court scene. In the tennis court scene, the reason why McDonald's is one of many different reasons that they're effective is because they could take any skilled worker, regardless of their skill level, put them into the machine, the system, and they'll be able to produce a high quality burger and in the time needed, such a short time. So I looked at that and they said, okay, when you're looking at a McDonald's worker and he's sitting at a station, everything he needs to assemble that burger is within arm's reach. The burger, the patty, the mustard, the whatever. He doesn't have to go, oh my God, I gotta go get the buns, and go walk 5 minutes and then come back and get the buns. Oh my God, I gotta go get the patty. So he goes, walks and comes back and get the patties. So they realize if you're in a station and you have everything you need within arm's reach to get the task, which is assemble a burger, done, then that is time, that is a system that we can then put anyone in and repeat. And I translated that to, in the digital world, you have a goal that you're working on. What is step 1 through step, what I call done, meaning once that last check mark is done, I don't have to spend another second thinking about it. And then lastly, what are hyperlinks that are necessary? And actually, this is a good example right here. This is a hyperlink, and I put text context around it. Oh, it's a text form. Here are the questions that you need for the Typeform application. And then when I click on it, I'm like, oh, these are the application forms that I need to copy. Okay, cool. Because I'll pick up this task 3 weeks from now, whatever. So you have links, and then you have facts, which are, hey, actually probably this one's a good example. It's like, oh, facts is probably like, hey, what's your brand colors? Bullet points. It's like, oh, they're this. Great, let me save them. This is where anxiety and stress comes from, is trying to store all of this information in your brain. And you could repeat this framework such as goal, steps, and then hyperlinks for resources for multiple projects, for very complex projects. So for in Silicon Valley, when I would work on big projects, I could nail the week 6 months later when the project was done. And I could do this across 10 different departments, across 20 different individual builds that I would do. And they're like, how could you do this? How can you remember all the details? How could you organize all the... And it was just this very simple framework that I teach. I teach in the Notion course, and then it's bullet form notation, which is a hack. And I teach this in the Notion course, and now I teach this in the Tick. It's much better in the TickTick course, honestly. So that's why I highly recommend. So again, if I see 48 tabs open, I'm like, either you're not using Alfred or you're not using a task manager, because then you waste time peck and hunt to try and find that one tab that's necessary, and you're overwhelmed, because that takes for me with ADHD, and I'll end with this, is that your brain only has so much brain capacity. Weird, I got disqualified on TikTok. Whatever. I don't care. Your brain only has so much brain capacity for thoughts, actions, and what you need to do. So I'm always trying to use the tools to store the memory, so that when it comes time to decision making or working on tasks, I have enough mental capacity to get the work that I need done. Because any work that says, where's the file, where are you in a task, means what has been done, what needs to get done, and what still has to get done, kind of thing. That's all. That mentally taxes you a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. And so that's why I can move mountains of work effortlessly using this framework and tools.
Go back to your TickTick file.
Yeah.
All the checkboxes.
Yeah. So say, let me give you a better example, one that I completed. Here's a previous one. Okay, this is, let me get a really good one here. Okay, very simple one. System IO course. It has the goal. What am I trying to do? Oh, build the system course. They're always in bullet form notation, and it always starts with hyperlinks. What are temporary websites? And you write them in text, and you highlight and hyperlink, so that the rule is be kind to your future self, because it may be weeks until you come back to actually know, wait, what is this? Oh, it's the Notion course file. Okay, cool. I click on it. I get what I need. And lastly, before I actually do any work, I'm never allowed to do any work unless I write what is step 1 to what I call step done. Meaning, I need to outline, I need to record, and then if I upload a circle, I check that last box. I do not have to think about this task anymore. I literally stop thinking and move on to the next. So it allows you to move from task to task to task to task efficiently. And then, hey, the weekend happens. Like I'll finish a task, or I'll start a task, and let's go to like here, for example. I need to do business license update. It's a great one. This one's been a super annoying one. Like, because your task will I had to renew my business license. So here's the link to the Google map. Oh, they're only open at 7:30 a.m. oh, here's the link to actually fill out the business license. The link right there. Hey, by the way, I moved on this at this date. So they're called facts. What are facts or references important, necessary for you to complete this task? And then, oh, look, step 1, I need to get the license. Okay, that was done. Step 2, oh, I need to close the other license. Okay, that was done. Step 3, okay, I need to upload the documents so I could run ads. Okay, that's done. Next, step 1, oh, I need to scan the documents to get them in. And this was little by little. This was over multiple days. But I knew once that was done, then once I finished this, and this last part, which is click up recurrent, which I still need to actually do these two. I actually need to do these two. Then look at all these other both facts. Oh, the base fee that I paid only covers $10,000, and then I gotta pay whatever important facts stored here, not in my brain. And then lastly is files. Drag and drop in, so I have the files for my business license here.
Literally brain dumping
every part.
I know nothing. After seeing this, it's like, why am I even trying? Oh
Yeah. Because this is where stress, anxiety, unproductivity, and anxiety comes from. Because you're trying to do this for both tasks in your life and your business. And things take weeks, if not months, to complete. And so this is something I've been working. I got my account disabled a week and a half ago. TikTok said, oh, you need a business license. And I was like, fuck, I gotta get my thing. So I went through a whole week so I created a little ticket. I started to add these things. It's been evolving over time. But that's where it's like, it's never been stored in my brain. I don't have multiple tabs. Everything is in this one file, tick. And I pick them up and I'm like, oh, I'm going to spend, this business license, 30 minutes. Oh, tomorrow I just need to spend the last 30 minutes. And you could highlight for an hour or 15 minutes what's necessary for you to actually block off the time for you to actually complete or work a little on this task. And then this tick syncs with your calendar, your Apple Calendar. So literally when I wake up on Monday, if I refresh, because I just moved it right now, you're going to see that tick task show up somewhere around here. I'll give it a moment. It's thinking right here because tick syncs with, there it is, business license. And you're like, no, a business license, I'm going to move you on Monday. And so this is how because I run my entire life off this one Apple Calendar. Because the Apple Calendar shows you what are routines that you need to do every life. When are you going to wake up, do the gym, do content, get a haircut, clean the house, do laundry, plan the week. These are things that reoccur every single week. Then what are meetings? They're blue. Where do you physically need to be to do something virtually or in person? And then lastly, when it comes down to work, I need to do this work. But since I budgeted the time, I need to do this TikTok update. That's still good. This Alfred course is there as well too. TikTok ads, I'll do this as well. And you prioritize what's most important in the morning, what's least important in the evening. And what I'm looking for is, this is actually really kind of around here. I'm looking for conflicts on my time. I have the networking event at 12 p.m. I can't do that. I'll just move this. Okay, cool. Ooh, laundry. I can't do that, but I'll do it over here. This looks seamless here. I'm looking for conflicts. Oh, there's a conflict there. I can only spend so much time before I could be in a meeting. Okay, cool. And yeah, this is free Apple Calendar, and I teach you this in the course because I have personal calendar, which is here, which is the you actually create two sub calendars in your personal calendar, one for routines. Because dinner, lunch, when should I, and notice how when I go to bed changes. You could always change. One day is a little earlier, one day is a little late, but it gives you that block. So I need to spend 30 minutes doing my end of day journal. I need to spend 45 minutes to be in bed before I go to bed. It's never accurate. It's never accurate on any. It's not super. This is like a rough good. If you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. These are my plans. And God's like, good luck. You're going to be up to 3 a.m. tomorrow talking to Christian on TikTok. Good luck with that. And I'm like, okay. but at least I could start planning. And this comes with Tigo Forte, is like I can at least plan my week, because I plan my entire life from this one master calendar that rolls up. And then what I'm going to put into the community up here are bills, so you can see subscriptions. When our subscription's ready to get renewed. Oh, I got the Grammarly subscription renewing on the 20th. Okay, cool. And then if I look over Netflix, oh, I got to cancel Netflix. That's on the 28th. Okay, cool. So this is coming from ClickUp. You could do the same thing in TickTick, so you don't have to pay for ClickUp. But that way, and I'll show you guys this. And you guys are going to get this as well too. I'm building 3 versions of this. Well, actually, only 2 versions. One in ClickUp and the other version in TickTick. So either or, you could pick either one. So for example, this is all my subscriptions for both. It's a list in ClickUp. All my business subscriptions and then all my personal subscriptions, and they're all they have a couple things. They have the item, annual cost, monthly cost. Is it monthly recurring, annual renewing? What card did I sign up with that? Is that the Amex card? Is that the Relay card? Whatever. It's like you have different cards. Is that for business or is that for personal? And then most importantly is what is the link that you could click on to take you to the checkout, take you to the page to actually cancel it when you need it too. And
the other one too.
Say again? What was that?
You can do this in
yeah.
TickTick?
So in TickTick,
or
no, the thing I don't. That's why Notion has never been a task manager. It never syncs with your calendar in any way. It's always siloed, so you don't know what work, what time, how much. That's been always the biggest caveat. And then in TickTick, you have subscriptions, which I'll teach you in there. And so TickTick only really has 3 lists: your work tasks, your personal tasks, and then your subscriptions. In your subscriptions, you can set up monthly recurring. They'll show up on your calendar. The great thing about this is that if it ever becomes past due, like let's just take this and then I'll make it the 3rd, for example, and say, okay, for example, oh, it's past due. It turns red. And if I look at my today thing, it says, hey, that's great, but these are the things that are past due in red. There's that Netflix. It's past due. It should have been done on the 3rd. Oh, cool. Because you have to actually physically check it off for it to automatically, and it does reoccurring. So it will automatically create a new one next 30 days for you once you check it off, which is super nice. And so that's because I've always had tasks, and if they weren't due, especially I learned this the hard way, is like business tasks that aren't due, like there's some things they have to do for it, and if you drop the ball or are late, it's a penalty. So that's where these things actually tell you to say, is it coming up or is it past due? If not, you actually have to check it off to actually acknowledge, or more importantly, like this one right here, I'm gonna reschedule this. I'm gonna reschedule this for like next Saturday. Click OK, and then it moves off my plate. Hey, add to bills. I'm gonna reschedule this. I'll get to it. Wasn't a priority, because that's the other thing too. It's super flex. The best thing really is that once it's in TickTick, if it will get done, and it will never get forgotten. And that's the biggest thing, is that these tools, and I've had, every week is never perfect. I'll get 40% of my plan and week done. But I know when I plan on my Sunday nights, I plan out my week, which I haven't done, that eventually it will get done. And if it's in TickTick, I'll get to it. Because if it's not in TickTick, if it's somewhere else. And then pro tip, because this also goes with David, what David was talking about, reminders and stuff. I also leverage Apple Reminders, and I only use it for 3 things. I use it for just general reminders, which is just, hey, sign up for dance lessons. That was a thought. It was a thought, because what happens is you're washing your hands, you're cutting chicken, and you just get that thought. You're like, I should sign up for dance lessons. I should. My laundry number 2 is done.
I've forgotten that thought.
I should. Look at this. I should build a board GPT at 6 o'clock tonight. Oh, I should remember this quick, because what happens is you'll have these, what I call hot potato, and we're going to have this in the course too, hot potato thoughts that you don't have time to open up the app, any app, to actually store it and schedule. That takes too much time. They're in the middle and you're busy. You're driving, you're in the shower, you're cooking dinner, but you're like, oh shoot, I need to build a board GPT. So that's why I like Siri. And I have 3 lists for Siri. Rule number 1, if it's just something, just a dump, I'll go, hey Siri, add to calendar, or hey Siri, add a reminder at 6 p.m., create the board GPT. Or I do this for laundry. Hey Siri, add a reminder in 45 minutes, laundry number 1 is done. Hey Siri, add a reminder in 35 minutes, laundry number 2 is done. So that's reminders. Next one, you could create a grocery list. So the rule is, if I immediately look and I say I'm out of something, I go, hey Siri, add pineapple to grocery list. Hey Siri, add sea salt to grocery list. Hey Siri, add cereal to grocery list. Actually, I don't know why cereal was actually there. I don't do cereal. But the biggest thing is, because what I hate the most is going into a grocery store and not knowing what I need. I hate that wasted time. I go in and I look and I'm like, oh, I go buy more watermelon. I'm going to get some strawberries, do some disco, do the pineapple, do pumpkin seed. I'm done. And I won't buy anything else. The last one is a shopping list. And a shopping list could be things you buy on Amazon, wherever you go shopping for. Because I'm like, hey Siri, add ice cube trays to grocery list. Hey Siri, add more glass containers to grocery list or to shopping list. And then I do it maybe once a week. I'll go on Amazon and that's my shopping night. And then I'm like, what do I need to buy? And I go down this list and I check it off. The goal, especially with reminders, you try and clear it every 1 to 3 days ish, basically. But why you need it, and there's two lists that I use for Apple. One is the reminders, and only one, which is the Apple Notes. Apple Notes is my, hey, quickly add a task. I don't have time to put it in TikTok. I don't have time to put it in Notion. I need to send an invoice to Dara. I need to add bills or Perplexity to the subscription tracker. I need to check on my Facebook. These are quick things that I'm usually running in between one meeting to last meeting. Before I close out one meeting or one task, before I rush into the next one, I go, wait a minute, there's things I need to get done. I need to add the books from the download folder into my phone for Speechify. I'm like, okay, hey John, we just downloaded a bunch of books. I know they're in a download folder. I'm going to rush to a live stream right now. Let me brain dump it here so it's saved, because I know from this notes, I'll clear this notes every 3 days ish, and I'll put them in TikTok. And then reminders is, hey, my hands are full doing something or busy. Hey Siri, add a reminder, blah, blah, blah. It's either just add a reminder, or it's saying add a reminder at a specific time, or it's a timer to say, hey Siri, my chicken is cooking in 35 minutes, set a 30, or hey Siri, add a 35 minute timer, cookies are done, kind of thing, and it will alert. Then lastly is grocery list. Hey Siri, I'm out of butter, add butter to grocery list. Hey Siri, add milk to grocery list. And then lastly is shopping. Oh my gosh, I need a phone charger. Hey Siri, add phone charger to shopping list, and I can move on. And so that's how I'm leveraging these 3 tools: Apple Notes, Apple Reminders, and then TikTok, to basically be my brain when it comes to things I need to get done as far as time. And that's my masterclass.
So you just add all those categories ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
For reminders, shopping lists, those types of things.
Yeah, reminders, shopping list, and grocery list. Because for me, ADHD, I don't have long-term memory. I have very short-term memory. I get anxiety when things aren't done, or I need to be somewhere and I need to do something, or I forget lists or whatever. I don't have a long-term memory. I do not. I play goldfish all day. What should I do today? What needs to get done? Hey, John, what did? And so I leverage these tools. I'm like, oh, I need to actually do cold outreach. Okay, cool. What is step one? The step done, and I just so this is it's a very unique framework because it comes from, at least with ADHD, that I don't have, and they've always could, because it's never you that's the failure in a sense, because the mistake, the error, you forgot or anything, it's not you, it's your system. And then I think of, oh, I don't have a system to place my documents. Okay, Notion documents. Oh, I keep forgetting grocery things to buy at the grocery store. Okay, it's not you. It's not your fault. Let's create a reminder list, and then let's do reminder apps. And that's why I'm so hard on a lot of people to go Apple, because there's no way I've ever been able to do this on PC or Android. The tools do not exist in that ecosystem. And that's why I'm so hard on people to say, hey, go Apple, and we can add a lot of these cool things to help you.
I love your masterclasses and that, Jonathan. It's brilliant. One of the things I used to always get stuck on is, because I do that much, say, programming-wise, doing all sorts of other things, or should I say messing, is you forget where things are. So I've been using Notion. But what's brilliant with, say, ChatGPT is once you spend hours on it, you can then ask it to summarize it. So it also adds to what you're saying, but also give me like a requirements list of software I need to install. Give me a requirements list of all the steps, and it'll just go gold, and then I've been pasting that into my Notion, so it's got all the other things, and then that way, these little key things like, you need to say something to a certain path or something like that. You might forget it, but it's all there. So yeah, it's been absolutely brilliant. But without that, previously, it'd take me hours and hours. What was it? And you go in, nothing worse than going back round something you've cracked that took you 5 hours before, and you can just go to it now. That's it. So yeah, so just say thank you for that. It's been brilliant just for that.
Yeah, I want to make you guys so dangerous, so effective, because I manage the community, I create content, I have to. There's a lot of both things in my personal life, things in my business life. And Dara mentioned it in her testimonial. She's like, he has this weird presence where he's so calm. He's always very calm, no matter whatever. Okay, I got it, no problem. And it comes from building this, what I call, ecosystem. That's why I'm like, I don't want to share, or I don't want to introduce you guys to new shiny objects, because I'm like, what I find, not just entrepreneurs, but just people in general, if you learn just these fundamental tools, 1Password, Notion, TickTick, ChatGPT, you are very or productive, both in your personal life and your business life. And then you get to basically, again, you'll eventually get more work done in a day than most do in a week using this whole framework kind of thing. Goes much more deeper than AI. You guys we just signed up for AI ChatGPT courses. Now we're getting like productivity tips. Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. And my thing is, that's why I'm going one step farther in yours, because when I see all that, I get overwhelmed, because there's so much, and my stuff changes so much between everything going on with my family that we can barely keep just our appointment schedule, and everything moves around daily so much. That's why I'm going and building what I'm building. As much as helpful it is for me, and I know other people will use it too, because I need something that's just right there. I can ask and just ask it, and then, or tell it to do stuff, and ask it and tell it, and ask it and tell it. And like I've said, a Jarvis 2%, just something that I can talk to. And in real time say, write this down, or do this, or get this for me, or do this. Like, I'm not even, because I feel like I waste so much time on my computer going on Notion or looking for this or doing this, because I have, even with just Notion, even just starting on it with all the stuff I have on it, going through the different places and then putting in what the data, just the time spending there, I feel like I'm spending a lot of time every day doing that, just organizing that. And then calendars and all. I'm like, if I have something where I can do it even faster, like the power of that, and having something that I can just say, hey, find this in this system, or move it from this system to this system, or, like if one of those systems was down for you, that would be really critical. So having something you could say, hey, all my data is in this one system, let's back it up over to this system and set up something to, every time I put something new in this system, to back it up to this system. You know, having ways to set all that kind of stuff up and just do it through natural language.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been waiting for it. And Megan reintroduced me to a tool called Motion. Motion kind of has calendar management, task management, and it will auto sort the different things in multiple calendars and stuff like that. I gotta play with it, Motion, Motion AI. I gotta play with it to like see, but I do see a lot of like what that, because this is a hodgepodge of tools to get what you need to get done, to do stuff like that. And that's where I've been waiting for like an all-in-one tool that can do all of this, because there's people, not even entrepreneurs, just everyday people who are just trying to organize their life, their calendar, their work, and their personal life using just a framework like this. And that there's nothing else out there. There's nothing that solves a lot of this, really.
Well, like I've told y'all, that's just the start of what I want to do. Like the next level after I integrate this into Notion and into Google Docs and into these platforms, the next level for me is I'm going to hook it into OnePass.
Yep.
Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook it into Fireflies to my Zoom. So when I do consultations with people, it can take the whole transcription, figure out their whole project. I can look at the project and have ChatGPT put it through AI, have it help me figure out all the tasks that need to be built for that project, for the user, from the Zoom I just did. I can have it help me build out all the tasks to build that project, then convert those to lovables, and then literally on my computer have it build the lovable, spit into the lovable and write the lovables for me. But of course, there's steps in there where I'm going to be looking at how it's doing those conversions, and there's a lot of programming side because I know how things need to properly be built for it to inject into the lovable website to do the right debugging or building the right things. But then I can run 4 or 5 lovable builds at one time. And then also I can have it log into websites for me because it'll have access to OnePass, but it'll be doing it on my local computer, which is secure as if it was me. So then that way I don't feel like it's doing it out in the wild. Also, where you could set up a vault on your computer, like, well, OnePass is kind of is a vault. You can put your driver's license and stuff in it. So you have access to your secure stuff through it. So if you're out and about and you needed your driver's license for some reason because you lost it, now you could call up and get your copy of your driver's license from OnePass. But you could probably do that through the OnePass as well. I don't know if they have that where you could actually do that through the OnePass pull-up documents on the phone or not.
No, they don't. And that's the biggest thing, is like trying to all-in-one type of style kind of thing. It's like, yeah, it's really hard for people to even just like kind of figure out what are the best tools to consolidate, because they have 14 different tools that do 14 different things, like trying to make it a lot easier for everyone, truly.
Yeah, and there's so many good tools, and that's the problem.
That is the game. That's the problem to solve. But no, yeah, I mean, that's everyone, regardless of everyone's looking for time management, and that's where a lot of anxiety comes from. It's like they're overwhelmed, they have too much on their plate, they're playing firefighter every day, every week, and so having these tools, because for me, they come from having they augment your brain, executive functions, memory, short-term memory, long-term memory. They fundamentally solve those 3-ish problems so that you don't have to rely on your brain capacity, regardless. Because my main thing was like, oh my god, what if I'm riding a motorcycle and I get a brain injury and then I gotta keep doing all the things I need to do? I have the system, so it's just building a system.
It's like what happened to me 15 months ago. I mean, I still to this day, even now, I mean, I'm getting a lot of my programming to flow back but I still can't program. I still can't remember the wedding with my wife. I can't remember a lot of things from my a lot of memories that I remembered before all this happened when my brain. Before 15 months ago, when my brain broke from stress, every movie I ever watched, I could go and you could say the movie, and I could say, "Do you remember this scene?" And I could describe to you specifically what the person was doing in the scene. And I could almost walk you through, like visually in my head, I could see it and walk you through scenes in the movie. I can't do that now. I can't remember that much of it. Like it broke the connection of being able to remember that much. So my memory capacity, like you're saying, it's broken. So I need something to keep up with that stuff. And like my wife goes to my appointments to help keep up with my medical stuff more. I need something to be able to help me keep up with that. But I'm not going to trust Notion or a platform to do that. I'm going to need a more secure vault for that, which might mean I need to be able to put that into OnePass or something else that would be HIPAA compliant. So having doing this thing that I didn't even think of this till I'm just talking about it now, having my thing that I'm building have the ability to do that will be hugely valuable, not just to me, but other people, for being able to be at the doctor. I can constantly be putting notes in, and then the next time I can say, hey, I need to recall this piece of information, bring it up from this last time I met with this other doctor. I don't remember what they said and I said, but I need you to tell me the notes.
Yeah. There are a lot of people in that situation that are trying to what do we have? What tools can we use to help us to help at the end of the day? That's really it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm agreeing with everybody else. I usually would stay up longer, but we have family friends coming in later tomorrow afternoon, so I probably do need to wrap up and head on out as well. So it has been an absolutely fabulous session. So.
Very productive. Sharon, David, Sid, Warren, always a blessing. Happy Sunday, everyone. I'll see you guys later in the week. Stay blessed. Bye.